Yo, what? I think I did everything. But what's up, y'all? Good to see you. Hey, Tayzilla, what's up, dude? Glad Instagram chat's working. Oh my god. But Simply Hideo, dude, what's up? Thanks for dropping the Groovy Kaiju emojis. Zaku, dude, good to see you. Oh, I gotta text you something right now, Zaku. Right now. I can't say it live on stream, but I have to text you something right now. Voicestrom, dude, good to see you. How you doing? How you feeling? Who else we got? Trash McCrib. Oh, they just joined. Okay. But yeah, Voicestrom, how you doing, man? How's everyone's Sunday? How's your Sunday, Voicestrom? How's your Sunday, Simply Hideo? How's your Sunday, Zaku? Panda Corn, dude, what's up, dude? How you doing? How's your Sunday, dog? Let me text something real quick. Tayzilla, yo, hope your day is well, bro. Thank you. Yeah, it's been going pretty good. I woke up. What's it called? Just got back from the gym. Literally just hopped out of the shower and pressed go live. So, you know what I mean? Barely had time to put my clothes on. So yeah. All right, Zaku, I texted it to you. So, yeah, you're gonna see the news. But Voicestrom says, what's good? I built a bookshelf today. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, dude, honestly, bookshelves kind of underrated. What I did is, I have a bookshelf as well in my living room. I built it I mean, I got it on like, you know, all the parts and stuff, but I ended up like getting like a drill and cutting holes in it. And I turned my bookshelf into like a place to put all my games and stuff. And then since I'm taller, dude, I like bookshelves more because I don't have to like lean over to like, you know, mess with stuff at the bottom with all my game stuff. So I could just like, I don't know. It helps a lot. But I hope you feel me on that. And you said fire. Okay, sick. Yeah, dude, bookshelves are sick. I like bookshelves. But how did yours go? How you feeling about yours? And Simply Hideo says, hey, doing good. Did some overtime and getting ready for this upcoming work week. I feel it. How was the overtime? Did you get paid overtime pay? Because that's always what's up, dude. But I feel you on getting ready for the upcoming work week. Yeah, same here. That's what we're about to do right now. But we have like 25 orders, so about to pack these up, get ready for the week, dude. And Zaku says, you saw Egyptian Lover today, dude? You saw his viral reel where he's like, bum, 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 bum. Oh, dude. That's a legend, dude. That's so sick. That's cool. You got to kick it with XL Middleton, too. XL Middleton be dropping the bangers, dude. I love their stuff. Their stuff is so good. The song, right? I think I told you already. I mean, we were talking about this, but for everyone else, XL Middleton has a really sick song called Right Fit. It's like a super sick, like 90s funk song. So, yeah. And Zaku says, hey, just got your text, dude. I know, right? I was so hyped. I mean, it's just one reply, so we'll see if it goes, but yeah. We'll see. Oh, yeah. So, but thank you, Zaku. I'll give you more detail next time we talk. But I mean, there honestly isn't that many details. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, yeah. But yo, Funkhauser, dude, what's up? It's been a little bit. How you been? Dude, just last night I was hanging out with Newport and A-Greg. We all went to a show together. It was super sick. I'm gonna talk about it in a little bit. But yeah, dude, it was super, super sick. How you been, dog? And Voicestrom says, it's good. I got one of three, what's it called? One of three bookshelves now. My girlfriend has an ever-growing collection of books. That's sick. What kind of books is she reading, if you want me asking, Voicestrom? She like more into like fantasy? I don't know. I have a lot of books too, but they're all like music and business books. I mean, keeping it real. So yeah. But I started using more like Kindle stuff just because like, you know, I started getting a big collection and I was like, dude, this is already getting ridiculous. And they're heavy, dude. So yeah. But Cherry Cola says, hi Groovy, just came back from Eel's chat to stay for a little. Hey, thank you, Cherry Cola. Actually, I had a question specifically for you, Cherry Cola, if you have like a quick second. So this is like one small story, but you know when someone's your real friend is when they'll tell you something that's like, hey man, you know, like as your real friend, here's what's going on. And you know what I mean? And one of my buddies the other day, Cherry Cola, was like, I went skating and like I hung out with them right after and they were like, dude, you should check out this like cologne I got. And I was like, all right, man, yeah. And he was like, you should spray some on. And I was like, how come? And he was like, you know, you just should. And I was like, do I smell or something? He was like, yeah. And I was like, oh. I was like, bro, I just took a shower before I came in. What are you talking about? I was like, how did this happen? And it's because I just went skating and so all the sweat got kind of caught in my hair. So I'm asking you, Cherry Cola, if you have a second. What do you, because I know Cherry Cola is kind of the dreadlock expert, you don't mind me saying that, but what do you do for like let's say you exercise, how do you get your hair to like stop smelling like you just exercised. You know what I mean? Because you can't like, I can't like deep wash it every time, or else, yeah, I mean that's like not the best. You know what I mean? So yeah. But Simply Dale says, oh yeah, I'm gonna. It wasn't too bad, just leaving a project to being close to complete, so I can finish probably tomorrow. Okay, sick. Well, dude, good luck on the project, man. That's what's up. Hell yeah, that's super chillin'. And Funkhauser says, no way, that's badass. I miss the homies. I'm gonna start a new job. Oh, what's the new job, dude? I mean, if you want me asking, what's the new job, Funkhauser? I low-key forgot days you'd be streaming. Yeah, no worries. It's Tuesdays and Sundays. I mean, Sundays and Tuesdays. That's the order. But yeah. So that's it's pretty cool, dude. That's that's what we chilling and stuff. MLG. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My chat's got all combined up. But Worship says fantasy and romance novel. Sick, dude. That's what's up. Actually, I found out my sister started like a fantasy romance novel like a book review page, and I was like, oh, sick, hell yeah. So that's really cool. I've been like checking all her stuff. And what's super random, but I was looking at my sister's astrology chart, and low key, it says that she low key should be kind of like might do something with it. You know what I mean? So I was like, I don't know. That's been the fun thing about all these astrology stuff. Sometimes you can like, someone's like, I started this thing yesterday, and I look at the chart and I'm like, you should keep doing that. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyway, Simply Dale says, oh yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, okay, Simply Dale, we got the same hair, so Simply Dale knows. And Funkhauser says, I'm working at the Walmart deli, pretty chill. Oh, that's super chill. Do you get any free food? Because I had a friend once that worked at a deli, and like every time they'd be like, you want a sandwich? I'm like, hell yeah, I want a sandwich. Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? But yo, Skyer, what up, dude? Good to see you. How you doing? And Cherry Cola says, well, there are hair smell sprays that neutralize the smell. I feel it. Do you have like anyone that you recommend, or like any blend I should try making myself, Cherry Cola? I know you're also watching Ill Stream, so my bad if I'm trying to get the what's it called, the pro tips from you live right now, but you know what I mean. But Worship says, that's super sick. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. Hell yeah, dude. And yo, Logan, yogurt. How you doing, Logan? Good to see you. How you feeling? But yeah, so we got about like 24 orders, so I'm gonna start packing these. And a lot of them have to write notes, so I'll probably, what's it called? Oh, you bought a CD and cassette, Logan! Hey, thank you! Dude, hell yeah! We'll do that right now. Let me print out the orders. I'm also reading, whenever we join, I'm always like, But yeah, and Cherry Cola says, no problem, Law, I'll search for some of you. Okay, sick. Thank you, Cherry Cola. Hell yeah. What's it called? Yeah, actually, low-key, I bought one last night. But I don't know, I figure you probably know like the good stuff. So, you know what I mean? I just got one for now, and then I'll probably get whatever one you recommend. So yeah, thank you, Cherry Cola. I appreciate it. But Skyer says, good, I'm playing some Kirby. Hey, that's what's up. What Kirby, Skyer? You playing like something classic, or you playing one of the newer Kirbys? But Boystrom got the Groovy Kaiju. Thank you, Boystrom. And Logan says, I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing good. Yeah, went to the gym just like 5 seconds ago. Literally took a shower and like, it hopped on over. So yeah. So honestly, I can't complain, dude. I'm kind of chilling right now. I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. So yeah. And Funkhauser with the super sick anime emojis too. Heck yeah, dude. And Kirby's always fun. Yeah, Kirby kind of underrated, dude. I've never had a bad time playing Kirby. I'm trying to think. The last Kirby I think I beat was the one on Switch. It was like, I think Star Allies. That one was pretty sick. I feel like that one was like very much for kids. Like sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm really like 27 playing this game right now. You know what I mean? But it still kind of slapped. I think I beat it with NetNavi. We were playing it a bunch. It was a really good time. But yeah, let me see. Oh, I just saw the cassette. Oh, dude, thank you so much, Logan. Thank you. I'm gonna print that out right now. But cool. And oh, you're playing Star Eyes right now, Skyer? That's hilarious. Doing the boss rush, that's cool, dude. And Logan says, that's why the stream didn't start exactly at 6. Yeah, literally because at 5:57 I got out of the shower and I was like, oh shit. I just ran in here, pressed go live, threw my clothes on. I'm kidding. But no, I actually did throw my clothes on. But yeah, I got out of the shower at 5:57. So yeah. But Worship says Groovy got his post-workout high live for the stream. No, literally though, yeah, kinda, dude. I still got my bicep vein a little bit from the. I mean, you can't see it because all the effects and stuff. But yeah, I'm starting to get my first bicep vein. I'm pretty hyped. Which I don't know how I feel about that, because every time I remember, like before I started working out, I was kind of like, hey, like I can see your veins. And now that I'm getting them, I'm like, oh man, I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like an anime character almost. But Logan says, like the dad from Diary of a Wimpy Kid said, I knew that door had a lock on it. Yeah. Yeah. Heck yeah, dude. But what's it called? But yeah, let me print out these orders real quick. But I'll keep an eye on chat. You know, I'm always just doing the same old, same old. 8. But yeah, I always have to like print out the first orders. Kind of, I don't know. Shopify is kind of funny, but we'll get through it. But Pancorn says it'll be easier for them to give you IVs and stuff. So you're supporting healthcare workers. Yeah, Pancorn. Honestly, on that note, Pancorn, I need to. I haven't been to the doctor in a minute. I don't know if I said it before, but like when I first moved out to Arizona, I tried to find a new doctor. You know, thankfully, even though I'm doing the full-time music, I got health insurance. Who would have thought? What's it called? So yeah, I remember I found a doctor and they were like, yeah, we got you set up, but like we're not accepting new appointments until a year from now. And I was like, well, I don't plan on dying between now and next year. So yeah, let's do it. So I'd rather get a doctor that I trust than one that just like, you know, can take me. So what's it called? Oh, I guess real quick, halfway through the story, Voice says, I'm about to hop off of here. Sorry for the quick visit. Dude, no, I always appreciate any visit, dude. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a rad night as well, Voidstrom. I appreciate you, dude. And yeah, have fun with the bookshelf and stuff. Hang out with a girlfriend. Hope you have a good time. But yeah, so I ended up getting like a doctor, right? And then like literally the day of the appointment, like they called me like saying, hey, actually, we can't take you at all. And I'm like, you waited a whole year to tell me that actually I couldn't have an appointment to begin with. So it was kind of wild. So I was really mad about that. But you know, you live, you learn. And then so I just got a new appointment, and this doctor was like, yeah, we can get you like next month. And I was like, all right, cool. So bring it out to Pancorn because I'm probably gonna be like, hey, we need to draw blood because we need a physical. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then Navi made me afraid of needles. Hey, Funkhauser, thank you, dude. I appreciate that.
Bezos box.
Oh. Thank you for the Prime sub, dude. I appreciate it. I appreciate the Bezos bucks. What's funny is when I entered at Amazon way back in the day, dude, we used to call them Bezos bucks. Like, yo, man, we're all Amazon interns. Like, we're getting paid the Bezos bucks, dude. And I have some friends that work at Amazon right now, and I'm like, yo, man, how them Bezos bucks treating you? But no, dude, I appreciate it for real, though. Thank you, dog. And dude, we gotta hang out next time you're in the area, dude. Like, I'm starting to go more shows again. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I have to get a physical, and that made me afraid of needles, so I'm not looking forward to it. But even the last time I got my blood drawn, they were like, dang, I can see your veins so easily. And now they can really, because like, I don't know, I'm just the right amount of like, I don't know, I guess for lack of better words, like mixed black, light, I'm just the right amount of light skin that you can like barely see my veins. But now that like I've been working out, now it's like, they're like, you know what I mean? Didn't even have to like even look. You can just be like, oh yeah, it's right there. You can see it from like a mile away. Like, there it is. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, Cherry Cola, thank you so much. Auntie Jackie's sensational and old. Okay. When I rewatched the VOD, Cherry Cola came through with the, what's it called? The recommendations for hair care spray. So thank you, Cherry Cola. I appreciate it. But yeah, also, oh yeah. Prices based on my state might be higher or lower in your state. Oh, yeah, that's no worries. I'll figure it out. I mean, just, I don't know, having a recommendation from you, I think helps a lot. So thank you. But Funkhauser says, for sure, have you seen Twin Cub recently? I heard he's moving. Yeah, he is, dude. He's moving to the Pacific Northwest, dude. He's about to be out there in I forgot, I don't want to dox his actual state, but you know, he's going Pacific Northwest. So yeah, they actually hit me up to like hang out sometime soon. And what's it called? I think they said they're free in a couple weeks. So we're gonna hang out. They're actually playing a show tonight, but it starts in like 45 minutes, and I'll be doing this. So I'll have to see him next time. But we're probably just gonna hang out and like grab food or something, like between each other. So yeah. But I know I'm super bummed they're moving, but also so happy for him. It's like a very bittersweet thing where it's like, no, my homie's leaving, and like I just moved out here, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm so happy you're moving forward in life. You know what I mean? So yeah. But Blake, dude, good to see you. How you been? Yeah, I remember you. I totally, because I remember, I don't know why, but I'm really good at remembering like usernames. Like sometimes I'll like straight up see people in real life, and I'll be like, oh dude, what's up, like Glizzy Guzzler? Oh no, I messed it up. Yeah, I can't remember people's like silly names. Like I got a homie. The only reason why I know his real name is because his username is his real name. Okay. Anyways, yeah, but I remember you, Blake. We're talking about Pit and Smash. Oh yeah, that's what I remember you for. I think I just replied to you last night too, or maybe it was the night. No, it was last night. Literally last night. I got home from a show and I was like, look, I'm excited to get my vinyl here, bro. I love Mafia Zero so far. Oh, sick. Yeah. Yeah, I literally just printed out, well, I'm printing out all the orders right now. We have about like 24, but I'm gonna do Logan's real quick and we'll do yours right after. So yeah, we got this so many so far. Okay, let me, my 25. So yeah. But yeah, so if you're sticking around, or you can always watch the VOD. I'm gonna do it all live. So even if you're like, I'm busy right now, I'm on Instagram. Like if you want to see me put it together, either you can hang out with us, or it's gonna be on YouTube right after this. So either one. But yeah. But thanks again for getting the vinyl, dude. I appreciate it, Blake. I'm sorry, I'm like blah, all over the place. But Funkaiser said they want to go to Twin Crab show, but they have to work tomorrow. I feel you on that. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm technically working right now. It's I don't know. It's one of the cool parts about doing the music is that like I'm technically working, but I'm also kind of like, what's up? So yeah. But on top of that, Cherry Cola says for anti-jackies, it's biotin, honey, and witch hazel. Okay, sick. Yeah, I think the one that I got was like rose water, aloe vera, peppermint oil, and something else. And I kind of don't like peppermint because peppermint can be too strong and make my eyes water. So I'll try this instead. Thank you, Cherry Cola. I appreciate it so much. Oh, and Simply Hideo also was like, yo, thank you for the rec. Yeah, dude, you're really helping out me and Simply Hideo. Dude, heck yeah, dude. Dreadlock Kings rise up, dude. Let's go. Kings and queens. But kings, queens, and they, thems. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'm being silly. Logan says Northwest on top. Groovy Kaiju's better though. Dude, Northwest, actually though? I mean, I appreciate the kind words, first of all, Logan, but Northwest, I'm so excited for her EP when it drops. It's gonna be so good. All the love. Northachan. Oh my god, dude. But yo, Sasquatch, dude, what's up? Chilling playing Minecraft? That's what's up, dude. I haven't played Minecraft in a minute, but thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you. Hope you're having a good Sunday, Sasquatch. And Blake says that's how I am too. I still call my day ones by their Xbox gamer tags. Yeah. Dude, for real. Even sometimes, like, I'll have like in real life friends that I eventually, like NetNavi, you know, we were college roommates, so I've known them by their real name for so long, but because I've been streaming and stuff, now sometimes I'll accidentally be like, yo, NetNavi, and he's like, you've known me for like, oh my god, like over 12 years. Why are you calling me NetNavi? And I'm like, oh, oh, my bad. You know what I mean? Because we've been doing all the music stuff, but yeah. But Logan says, low-key, Monster Zero is so peak. I'm so happy to God. Oh, thank you, Logan. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, honestly, I don't know, I'm kind of surprised how, it's funny because since we both do music, Logan, I actually made Monster Zero as like a, you know, just a quick album for like, just for like real music fans. But it was like a lot of like unfinished collabs and stuff, like a bunch of stuff I didn't want to just like fall to the wayside, and it ended up becoming best album. It was kind of like, okay. But I'm glad it's so peak, dude. Yeah, as I've listened to it more, I kind of see it. I see the vision of why, because it is just like a very well-rounded album. You know what I mean? So yeah. But Blake says, dude, thank you so much. Keep up the grind, man. I look forward to more awesome tunes and emails. Thank you, Blake. Dude, of course, man. Thank you as well. I'll definitely keep up the grind. You know, we do this all the time. This is all we do. So, dude, I'm glad to hear you're looking forward to more awesome tunes and emails. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. But Cherry Cola says, for itching and flakes, I personally use tea tree. Yeah, so that's the thing, Cherry Cola. Actually, I used to use tea tree as well. I used to spray it in my hair all the time. It smelled so good, right? But then what I noticed is it was a really thick oil. So what I would do is I would like do it in the I'm doing it in the shower. Oh my god, ooh. Pause, or not pause, but I don't know what's. I don't know. You get the joke there. Anyways, but I would spray it in the shower, and what I noticed is that after like a year of doing it, like all the oil would like build up, and then I'd have like this crazy like layer of just like hardened oil on my shower floor. So I had to stop doing it because I was like trying to figure out like if I always get like this weird, and it was like no degreaser would get rid of it. It was like so tough. So if you do use tea tree, I would say just try to make sure it goes nowhere other than your hair, or else you'll end up being like, it sticks. It gets really sticky after it dries, like into like a hardened thing. I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, and that's why I am now. But Pancorn says, I forgot if I mentioned it, but even my friends from school call me Corn in person because it's the point of it's kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, honestly though, dude, I love corn, dude. Corn is kind of good, dude. In fact, I've been eating like a little my like I'm making chicken rice bowls, and only vegetables I had was corn. So dude, I've been eating like hella corn lately. I don't know, and like I don't know, corn on the cob's really dank. Dude, grilled corn on like a barbecue. Oh, dude, are you kidding me? That's super dank. So yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Blake. Blake says, what inspired you to make your first song? Was it a memory, a view, a game? Honestly, what got me into my first song ever? I wish I still had it, dude. Because I remember just going around school, high school, being like, bro, I figured out how to make music finally. And showed it to all my friends, and they were like, that's okay. And I was like, dude, but that's the thing. It's okay. Like, it's not bad. You know what I mean? To me, I was like, I can make okay music. This is crazy. Even just like not being bad anymore was like so exciting to me. But anyways, I remember it was just some like 90s hip hop boom bap beat. And what inspired me to make it was because I always thought music was like this unattainable, like magical thing that people made. And then I think what happened is when Odd Future, like, because music, I always heard it was like, you know, like a bunch of guitar solos. Because I was a big like Guitar Hero metalhead guy. And then so to me, I was like, there's no way I could ever shred guitar that good or something, you know what I mean? And I got more into hip hop, but even then hip hop beats are, you know, I mean, even then I was like listening to like New Job As, and I was like, there's no way I can ever make something this beautiful in my life, right? And it wasn't until Odd Future came out, like Tyler the Creator, his early stuff, which like is super crazy to listen back to these days. But I just remember thinking like, wow, this is some like the worst music I've ever heard, but it's so good. You know what I mean? Like in terms of technical quality, I was like, I could hear they YouTube to MP3 this, and like it's, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I was like, dude, it kind of bangs though. So it was that moment that I was like, if they can make music that sounds like this bad, then I can make music that sounds this. You know what I mean? It was like the first time I was like, anyone can make good music. It's more about like the, you know, the little sauce you put into it. And that's what inspired me to make my first song, I guess. Was just being like such a big music guy my whole life. Like, well, actually, since Guitar Hero came out, that's what really got me into music. But since I was really, really into music, and I had a lot of my buddies, like my childhood best friend, I see his parents as my parents, but they were taking me to like all types of shows when I was younger and stuff like that. So I was like really, really into music because of them. Like I like saw Metallica when I was like 13. You know what I mean? So because of them, I saw Metallica and Scars on Broadway when I was 13. It was like one big festival. My first show was a festival, which is crazy. Yeah, because of them, that's, you know what I mean? So I remember, yeah, you get the whole story of like going from like crazy, super produced festival to hearing Odd Future Wolfgang for the first time and being like, wow, this is so low quality, but it's so dope. I can do this, you know what I mean? And then here we are. 16 years later, dude. So yeah. But Subideo says, damn, I don't have the emo anymore, but you know the one, I know the one you're talking about, Subideo. My bad, I went a little rant. Cherry Cola says, yeah, with the tea tree oil, yeah. But if I'm not mistaken, like when I had to move Cherry Cola, I mean, I don't know if it's in your state, but there's a brand called LA's Totally Awesome, like degreaser. So that's the only thing that would help. But like you would be there with like a scrub daddy or like a metal sponge with a degreaser and just scraping essentially until it eventually would come up. But yeah, so it was really tough. But that's the only thing I've been able to solve it. So if you ever have to move Cherry Cola, or I don't know, you know, depending on your living situation, if you have like an apartment or you're renting or whatever, that's the only thing I could find that would lift up tea tree oil after you put it in your hair, if you got it anywhere. So yeah, I'm organizing these orders, and let me organize all these orders real quick, and then we're gonna do Logan and then Blake. But Logan, this is your order right here. I don't want to dox anything, but yeah. But Logan says, my bad, I was AFK, so I'm like behind, but will Northwest EP better than Monster Tape 0? I don't know, dude. I mean, I don't know. What's it called? I don't know. I mean, it depends on the person, I guess. I mean, to me, I'm not like Monster Tape 0 more, because I'm biased, though, you know what I mean? But like objectively better? I don't know, you know, we'll have to wait and see, because I made Monster Tape 0 after like making music for 10 years, but then again, Northwest has like all the music industry behind her, you know what I mean? So I think it'd be a fair battle. If you could battle the albums, I think it'd actually be a pretty fair battle. You know what I mean? If I had to like pick a team, I'd put my money on one. It'd be like the Super Bowl. Anyways, Capricorn says, I like it. It's good. And I mentioned I have small issues with my birth name anyways, so it doesn't bother me. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. That's cool. I'm glad that you like it as well. Like, you don't mind the nickname, dude. It's pretty cool, dude. And Funkhauser says, I make Southwest tacos all the time with tons of corn. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. Especially like Southwest corn. Like, you know, they always have that like little grill on it. Oh, dude, it's so dank. It's always like fire roasted. It's hella good. But Pancorn says, I haven't had tacos in forever. Yeah, dude. Yeah, me either, dude. Low key. Because low key, out of whenever you go to like a Mexican food place, the tacos be kind of expensive, dude. I'm not gonna lie. It'd be kind of expensive. It's like why get a taco? Why get like 2 small tacos when I can get a whole burrito for the same price? You know what I mean? Most of the time. So yeah. Oh, Cherry Cola said to hydrate. I never hydrated for you, Cherry Cola. I'm sorry. I did it the first time. I got to take 2 sips. And then Blake says, that sounds sick, man. You can really tell you have an affection and care for the music you put out. Yeah, I mean, I try to, dude. I mean, I don't know. I just like music, man. You know what I mean? But I mean, at the same time, I don't know. It's been really. I feel like it's and like a weird, and maybe this is like a really weird thing, but I feel like I've said it in the Kaiju Club a bunch, but I feel like I'm the person driving the car, like the SUV, and like everyone in the Kaiju Club is in the SUV with me. You know what I mean? I'm just the one driving. So like, I try my best to like make music that I think we will enjoy. You know what I mean? Like, I've explained that once before, but like, I definitely make music for me, but I definitely have learned things about myself and my own music by sharing it with people. So I do feel like it's a collaboration between me and everyone hanging out right now. You know what I mean? I'm not just saying that be sappy or weird or sappy or anything like that, but like, I legitimately believe that. So yeah, so I don't know. Because of that reason, I put a lot of time and care into it, because I'm like, this isn't just my music, it's our music, you know what I mean? So for that reason, I'm like, no, it has to bang for us, you know what I mean? But maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm getting like maybe I'm thinking too much into it. But Cherry Cola says, I live with Mama Bunny, do the pink stuff. Okay, sick. Yeah, I saw you're a bit younger, Cherry Cola, but you know, still, even when I was younger, and I was like still with my mom and stuff, like, I don't know, I moved like once a year. To this day, I still move kind of once a year. It's kind of funny. But yeah, my mom and I used to move all the time. So it'd be like stuff like that. Mom would be like, Aaron, stop doing that. We gotta move. You know what I mean? Like, don't put this in the wall or whatever. You know what I mean? Because we gotta move at some point. So yeah. So maybe if anything, maybe it'll help mom. But let's go use the pink stuff. I've actually never tried it, so I'll try that out. Yeah, maybe I'll try tea tree oil again if I can. The only reason why I stopped was just because like moving sucked because of it. Try to like put time aside just to clean that up. Cool. All right, now we got Logan's order right here. This goes right here, right here, right here, right here, and right here. Cool. Oh yeah, you got the new job. Congrats again on getting the job, Pancorn. I'm starting my new job on Thursday, which is cool. Hey, that's what's up, dude. That's what's up. That's super what's up. Moving does suck. Yeah, dude. Yeah, when I moved into here, it was a whole, I mean, y'all saw, like, I have a 1 week window where I have to stream again. So yeah, so that made it extra goofy. But let's print out Blake's order real quick, and then we'll start packing ASAP. But we're gonna do Logan first. All right, cool. All right, Logan, of course I'm gonna give you a ton of stickers because you're always here. And feel free to share them with your family, because I know you, hopefully your dad's into them too, because I know your dad also does music stuff. Hopefully he's like, hey. Oh, okay, we're good. Oh my god. Print. Funkhauser says, that's sick, dude. Congrats on the new job. Yeah, dude. Pancorn, dude. New job. That's super sick. Especially in this economy, man. Dude, Pancorn. Dude, that is what's up. And Cherry Cola says, I mean, it might be best not to do that. If I feel uncomfortable with my hair, I just wash it. Yeah, same. But the thing is that my hair takes, I don't know about you, Subledeo, and I don't know, do we have the same hair, Cherry Cola? But it takes mine 2 days to dry. So because of that, I try not to wash it too often because I don't want it to be always wet. So I have like a schedule where I wash it every 2 weeks. And I've been trying to find ways to, like, as I exercise in between like the deep washes to like keep it, clean. So that's why, yeah. And it's funny because I've had this hair for like 16 years. I'm still learning new stuff about it. So yeah. But Funkhauser says legendary name. Oh yeah, dude. And Logan says, yeah, me and my dad were talking about your cool ass vinyls. Hey, okay, cool, Logan. Well, yeah, I'll include some extra stickers for your dad. And Blake, if you're still here, I don't want to. This is your order, so yeah. So we're doing y'all's twos first. Thank you again. I appreciate you both. But cool. I'm gonna put a bunch of baby stickers inside the cassette, Logan, and I'll put the big ones inside the CD. So that way you know where to look. I'll give you like 4 of each. Do you think, Logan, do you think anyone in your family would be weirded out by all the waifu stickers? The groovy waifu stickers? I hope not. I mean, it's not like that bad of a waifu, but you know what I mean. There's definitely much worse waifus to get in terms of fan friendliness. But I purposely made it that way, so yeah. Anyways, maybe we should stop. Cherry Cola says, ooh, 4C, I have a 4A, a 4B, and maybe a high 3. In terms of like your hair, Cherry Cola? That or I lost the context. Or yeah. But Simply Dale says, oof, mine will take at least a day if I don't get the ends good enough. Yeah, mine will take 2. Like so like I'll wash my hair. Yours dries under an hour? Yeah, mine takes 48. So I'll wash my hair and maybe I'll go out and yeah, you're talking about hair, Cherry Cola? Okay, cool. I don't know the numbers, I'm sorry. Because I'm so freeformed, I'm just like, you know what I mean? That's my hair. But yeah, what'll happen is I'll wash my hair, like I'll deep wash it. And then thankfully, now that I live in Arizona, hopefully it's like if it's a hot day, I'll go on a walk and just, you know, sweat, which is kind of like what I'm trying to avoid. But you know, because it's so dry here and so hot, it'll just like, it's like you walk outside, it's like a blow dryer. But even then, like I'll still feel like it kind of cool and like dampish the next day when I wake up still. And it's not till like the second day does it finally like, okay, I'm fully dry. So yeah. But Somebody else takes about a day, and Cherry Cola dries in under an hour. I feel it, yeah. I wish mine was the same. Oh my god. There you go. Yeah, Logan, I'm gonna give you extra. I mean, 1, because you always come through the stream, Logan. 2, because you put me on the Amazon Business Prime, so now we're saving money. I literally just saved 3% on something the other day. And 3, because you're cool. Cool. All right, this is a ridiculous amount of stickers. I think I'll give you like 2 of me. All right, Logan, you should have enough stickers to give out to everyone you know and love now. So that's a lot of stickers, dude. And that's like literally like a third of them. So yeah, thank you again for all the business help, Logan, Loki. Oh my god, I don't even think it's all gonna fit. Okay, it does. Here we go, let me fit. Okay, we're good. Sick. Pancorn says, my hair dries pretty fast, plus be expected. Yeah. I feel it. Yeah, I feel that, yeah. Yeah, it's just because I assume Cherry Cola, Simply Deo, and I, we all have like super thick like braids essentially. Oh, it's dreadlocks, braids. So yeah. But so I feel you on the what's it called? Hair drying fast. Yeah, that's one thing is I don't know. I miss when my hair would dry fast. It made life a lot easier. Oh, and while we're over here, here's how Jermaine's doing. Since Sunday, yeah, Jermaine's, you know, always just ridiculous. They smell hella good, dude. I wish I smelled like Jermaine. But yeah, Jermaine's doing good. I wish at one point I'll have to take like a screenshot of every stream where I show off Jermaine and like show how much they've grown and make a little like Instagram short or something. Instagram short. YouTube short. Instagram reel, I mean. But Cherry Cola says, ever since my mother allowed me to wear my hair out in an afro, I kind of have to wash it off. And oh yeah, when I had an afro, I was washing my hair like every day. Oh.
New merch order from Tom.
Thank you, Tom. If you're watching, I'll pack it right now. Well, I guess there's a line. We're doing we're doing Logan, then Blake, then Tom if you're watching right now. But okay, gotta get my gun, my little. Cherry Cola says every day, yeah. Before, I know, yeah, it was kind of wild, but because they would dry super fast, so it wasn't like that big of a deal. So whenever I take a shower, I would just also wash my hair. But somebody else says that'd be a sick time lapse ish montage. I know, right? That'd be so cool. You're like, yo, Jermaine. And Sky says Jermaine time lapse. Yeah, dude. Yeah, one of these days. Okay, so this has to essentially right there. No, that's bad for our type of hair. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. My mom was letting me just do whatever. I guess. Yeah, definitely learned a lot of things the hard way, Cherry Cola. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah. Oh my god. This cardboard pressed the button. But yeah, so we talked about Jermaine, and honestly, I don't know if we'll have time to get through all of it, but I did actually, since the last stream, since we ended a little bit early, I just went ahead and caught up on everything we've ever talked about. So we could make today another like recap the stream, but I actually have a bunch of other stuff to talk about first. Because like I looked into everything, everyone ever mentioned, you should look into this. But the first thing I think would be fun is that literally last night is I went to a show with Newport. I don't know if you saw my story, but on my Instagram story, but I went to a show with Newport and the homie A. Greg, and it was super sick because there's this artist I like called Days God, and I forgot how I found their stuff, but I think it's because they were working with like Camoufly on a song, who's also like, I don't know, they make like drum and bass stuff, and yeah, I saw they were playing a free, which is also wild, a free show in Phoenix, and I was like, no way. So I hit up the homies that I knew like that went to shows pretty often out here, and I was like, dude, you trying to go see this artist I like? And they were like, yeah, why not? And then like they're like, who is it? And I was like, oh, this guy named Days God. And they like started listening to their stuff, and they're like, Days God is really good. And I was like, I know, right? So yeah, we all pull up, and it was super cool to see them because I haven't seen Newport in a little bit. Like I see Newport like probably like once a month, maybe like once every 3 weeks, something like that. It's like somewhere between like once every other week or like once a month, depending on how busy we are. Because I think they're only free on the weekends, which is like, you know, most people. But I'm kind of the opposite, where I'm like more busy on the weekends than I am during the week. So because of that, we all pull up, and like there's also this like super cool but like random Mexican streetwear brand that was there. Like they're from Mexico, and they were like, yeah, you know, we're like trying to like get our stuff out there. We're at this little like trade show event, just to like show. And I think it was like run by the city or something. Like it's some collective supported by the city called Viva Phoenix, where they were like, yeah, we're trying to bring more culture to Phoenix. So like everyone pull up, free show. And it was like sick. So yeah, so we're all hanging out, just catching up and stuff. And then we were there for the music for the most part, but it was just a good old time. So then the first artist that was there was like an experimental rock band, and like they were super experimental. They were like half noise, half rock. And I was like, oh wow, this is interesting. But they had a crowd, and I was like, oh wow. You know what I mean? But the second person was like a trans Latino woman, and she made like super just like boom, boom, boom. Like it was actually pretty sick. And she was like, I'm the queen of the club. I'm the queen of the club. Everyone was like, I'm the queen of the club. So it was like, that was super dope. And then they both played like 30-minute sets. They think they were both newer artists. And then Days God came on, and I swear it was one of the best sets I've ever seen in my entire life. It was crazy. And it was like, honestly, what I love the most about it is that like Days God totally was like, because in LA, when I started Crystal, and I don't want to take, you know, if you ever see the dude who started Speedstar, if you ever see this, I'm sorry if I'm like putting words in your mouth that you didn't mean at the time. But so I started the show Crystal Nostalgia in LA, and we had a bunch of just like really cool like internet, like I used to call it like internet music DJs and stuff. So they would play like Daria Core, or they'd play like, you know, White to like Better Off Alone, like do you think you're better? Like we'd play stuff like that. Like we'd, you know, have Frank DJ and stuff. Cherry Cola says that's cool. Thank you, Cherry Cola. And so we did that for a year. And then literally a year later, someone started a show called Speedstar, and it was like what Crystal was, but except more like UKG, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk themed. So it was like very similar to like, hey, we're doing internet music, but theirs was more like New York, like, I don't know. Because ours was more like anime, future funk, vaporwave, and theirs was more like cool guy, like Jersey club, like you know, Jet Set Radio type vibes. And it was like, and both of our shows did pretty good. In fact, I wouldn't say Speed started doing better because they started booking bigger venues and they had like a more support behind them. But I met the guy at some point and he was like, yeah, man, I saw what you did with Crystal. And I was like, I didn't know anyone could do that. So I started my own and I was like, did I inspire you to make one of the best shows in LA? That's crazy. But it was something along those lines. I was so like, I don't know, like last year, I was like really trying to like, kind of like, I was growing really fast. So it was like weird to me, like I could inspire someone to do something this cool. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's what he said exactly, but I'm pretty sure that's what he told me. I just, at the time, wouldn't let it register because I was like, there's no way. Like, this is too cool. There's no way I inspired this. You know what I mean? So anyways, so yeah, so Days God very much was like a DJ who could have played my old show or like Speedstar, either one. And dude, his set was so good. There was even at some point where like he was mixing the O's music on top of like Lady Gaga acapellas, and I was like, what is happening right now? And he was playing like Ninja Jirachi and all that, but like Jersey Club versions of it and remixes that he was like making live, and I was like, this is crazy. And it was just funny to see everyone in the crowd, because like some people like knew who he was in the crowd, but there were some people that were just there for the event, and I could just see them being like, what is this music? Like just like mind blown by how good it was. And I was like, dude. So yeah, so pretty much Newport, A-Greg and I literally danced nonstop for the entire, I think like 2 hours of his set. Just like, I was there this the whole time, just like, oh, dude, it was crazy. And then I wanted to say hi to him before he went on, but like I kept barely missing him because they were hanging out in the green room. But then right after their set, which was like amazing, I was like just outside, like catching a breather, like, dude, I'd never danced so much in my life. You know what I mean? And then Newport and A-Greg both didn't know who Days God was. So I was like, what do you think of the set? And they're like, honestly, 5 out of 5. That was one of the best sets I've ever seen in my life. I was like, I told you. But then Newport, the MVP, was like, oh shit, he's like standing over there. Like, do you still want to go meet him? And I was like, yeah. So I stood over there. And as soon as I walk up to him, Days God's like, are you Torch? And I was like, there's no way he knows who I am. And then he's like, yeah, you're Groovy Kaiju, right? The guy with the CDs? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, dude, it's cool to meet you, bro. How you doing? And I was like, what? You know who I am? He's like, yeah, your stuff's pretty sick, dude. I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, yo. So then I awkwardly dapped him up like 10,000 times. I was like, bro, man, fuck you, dude, bro, come on, bro. I was like, I love your stuff, man, bro, please. And then, I don't know, then I also just got like, I was like half starstruck and I was half like, you know who I am? So that I was trying to like be friendly, but at the same time, I didn't, you know what I mean? I was just too starstruck to like really let my brain go. Cause he also just played the best 2 hours of music I've heard in a long time. You know what I mean? So I'm like, ah. And then, so then it was also his birthday that night. So I was like, that makes you an Aries, huh? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm a Cancer. And he was like, okay. And I was like, I'm not trying to be weird. I don't know why I brought that up. And he was like, yeah, man, you know, that's what we had to say. And then, but then at the very end, I asked him, because I was like, oh shit, no, he probably thinks I'm weird, but I was just so hyped up for so many different reasons. So I was like, I gotta save it. And I was like, yo, man, before you go, what's your favorite food? And he was like, curry goat with rice. And I was like, I've never heard anyone say their favorite food was curry goat with rice, but I respect it. And then he had to leave to go to his next show. And I was like, hell yeah. So that's what it was like to meet Days God. Would recommend. His music is so fire. But Simply Dan says, oh, and Joko says, that's cute. Yeah, I mean, honestly, looking back on it, it was kind of like, I don't know. It was really, it was for sure, like, if I were to, you know, step out of my own body, it was kind of adorable to be like, oh my God, we know each other. That's crazy. We're both musicians. Who would have thought? You know what I mean? But it was a good time. It was such a good time. Oh yeah, Logan, I'm doing your order. I'm sorry. I got everything in the bag for you, or the bubble mailer, not the bag. And I put a bunch of cardboard to keep it safe. So let me know if everything makes it safe. But you can see there's like 5 layers of cardboard. So yeah, which people have been saying the cardboard does better than the bubble wrap. So, but so yeah, and then like I posted it, said on my story and stuff, and I like posted it like, you know, the fact that he knew me on my story, and they replied and they were like, I fuck with bro music. I was like, hey. But Cherry Cola, guess what? I don't know. What should I be guessing? That Eel says hi. Tell Eel I say hi. Cause I know you're watching both streams though. But as somebody else said, that's the best though. It's always a good feeling meeting someone like that. I know, right? Yeah. And it was really cool. And they were just a cool dude. Because you never, it could have gone the other way where he would be like, bro, like, stop dapping me up 10,000 times, bro. So yeah. Oh, and Newport also took a picture of us. They had they brought like an old like 2000s camera. So that's what I posted on my story, was like Newport's 2000 camera. Oh yeah, you told me last time, Cherry Cole, you got the internship. But congrats again. Because I remember we were talking about it, like I was rewatching the VOD, and I remember I was asking if it was an art internship. You're like, no, it's like something different. But yeah, congrats on the internship again. Yeah, everybody getting new jobs. Let's go. Let's go, dude. But so yeah, so that show was super sick. And Ichi plays Days God was a hella cool dude. And they're also like way taller than I expected them to be. I'm tall. I'm like 6'1.5", 6'2". And I think they were like 6'4", 6'5". I was like, dude, what? You're so tall. Yeah, everyone that night was really tall. I was like, I was like, I feel like I'm normal height here. You know what I mean? For some reason, everyone at that show was mega tall. But yeah, even Days God, but yeah. But Cherry Cola says, I finished my orientation on Friday. Sick, so excited. Yeah, I'd be super excited too. Congrats, Cherry Cola. On that note, actually, because I've been keeping y'all on the loop with it, the assistant I've been trying to hire, they start tomorrow. So they start their orientation tomorrow. So it'll be my first time being the orientation guy to be like, hey, here's what we're doing. You know what I mean? At Oceanfront Online, which is kind of funny. So yeah. What somebody does is, hey, congrats. May it take you far and flourish. You too, Pancorn. Yeah, Cherry Cola and Pancorn. Let's go. Hope y'all enjoy the new jobs. Cherry Cola says, thank you. And A, yeah, you're welcome. All right, so we finished Logan's order, so now we're gonna go on to Blake. So Logan, if you're watching, dude, thank you so much. Or if you ever watched the VOD too, but like, thank you, Logan. I appreciate you, dude. I gotta put this in a bag. Put it in a bag. I probably don't need the backpack. Put it in one of these. But so yeah, so after the Days God set, we were all just like mega tired, and then Newport was, I don't know, Newport and I are both the kind of people where it's like we live to get food for after the show. And oh, Cherry Cole says, when it reaches 50 minutes, I'm gonna go back to the stream. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, tell Eli I say hi too, by the way. But yeah, so then we got food after, and like pretty much there was like a pizza place not too far, and we all just walked there, and it was a good time. But I can't eat pizza because, you know, my stomach. Oh, thank you, Cherry Cole, for telling Eli I say hi. So I just getting like order of fries. So I just ate fries, ketchup, and then we were all hanging out. It was a good old time. So yeah, so shouts out to everybody. I had a lot of fun last night, and we were even texting each other in the morning like, last night was so fun. I was like, hell yeah, it was. I had a blast. It was very healing for our friend group. But yeah. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else from the show I want to mention. I think that's, for the most part, it. What else happened this week? Let me see what else happened. What else did I do? I feel like there was a bunch of stuff I did this week. So that's what's up. Yeah, dude, thank you. Something else happened with it this week. I just been going to the gym for the most part. And oh, I literally just remembered. Oh, later, Cherry Cola. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. But also, I mean, a lot of y'all saw it already. Have a nice stream. We'll do, Cherry Cola. Yeah, we'll be here for another 2 hours, hanging out. Oh, and Blake, if you're still here, I'm doing your order now. That's why I got the vinyl for you. But yeah, I sent out just because I know for everyone who watches the stream, if you ever wonder what it looks like behind the scenes of the stream, I sent out like a video to the Kaiju Club and like put in the Monster Kingdom as well. For how the whole stream works. It's like, I did like a 30-minute video breaking down everything I learned about how to stream, and you could see like what my screen looks like while I'm streaming. It's kind of crazy actually, but but yeah, like I feel like I'm like in the NASA center trying to like launch a spaceship every time I stream. But yeah, so if anyone's been trying to learn how to stream, like I made a pretty sick video just breaking it down of like how all my stuff works. And I sent that out. But Pancorn says, hell yeah, my stepdad made baked potatoes and steaks. Hey, that's what's up, dude. That sounds hella good. You can't really ever go wrong with meat and potatoes, dude. Meat and potatoes kind of the under, like, you know, MVP every year. But yeah, so I think that's what I did this week. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I dropped. I dropped the clip of the chocolate milk story. That's pretty funny. At least to me it is. Okay, we gotta print out Blake's order. And what was I gonna look at real quick? Oh yeah, it's open twice. What else did I do this week? Otherwise, we'll talk about all the cool days it is today. Another thing I looked into, I found out is, so a lot of people have joined the stream, and they said that they'll see Twitch ads like right as they enter. I found out that like that's a Twitch thing, like you can't change that. All you can really do is delay it an hour. So after we've been streaming for an hour, like, so if you were to join, like let's say like 30 minutes after the stream started, then you wouldn't see ads right when you join. But if you join after we've been streaming for an hour, then it'll auto activate for some reason, and you can't turn that off. So that's a bummer. So I finally did look into that. Otherwise, yeah, let's talk about what day it is then, because yeah, I think for the most part I've just been hanging out. Otherwise, just working on Monster 1. Oh, duh, that's what I can talk about. Hey, Logan. Oh, Logan, since you're back on Instagram. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're allowed. Yeah, but I packed it for you. I put a bunch of cardboard in there, and I gave you so many stickers, dude. You're gonna be like, this is ridiculous. But let's put some stickers in for Blake real quick. Also put a bunch in for Blake too, so they pop by. But yeah, so Monster 1. 5 songs are now completely done. The songs are Emerald Hunter, Expired Plates. What's the other one I finished? I can just look real quick. It was Emerald Hunter, Expired Plates, Orca Adventure 2, which is I'm really excited about. Another song I finished is called like I finished, like these are complete like mix and mastering. Another song is called Barcades with the Homies. That one I completely finished. And there's one other one I completely finished. Was it Good Spirit? Let me check. Logan says, let's go. Thank you, Sir Tortureless. Yeah, dude, thank you for the support, dude. And I gave you, yeah, you and your dad and anyone else who wants stickers is gonna have so many. So yeah. But let me see. So yeah, so this week honestly has been a lot of working on Monster Tape 1 and getting ready for Monday for the assistant to join. Their name is Kimberly too. I mean, just throwing it out there. Hopefully, actually, maybe I should ask them if I'm allowed to say. I don't want them to be like, bro. Oh, and Simple Deo, you're gonna be hyped to hear. I completely finished Bounce. I called it Bounce Interlude because it is a shorter song and it's gonna be right at the end of side A. So I think that's where I met you in the middle, is that it's gonna be an interlude to like essentially transition from side A to side B. So yeah, Bounce came out pretty good actually. Like I like the mixing on it. It's a little goofy, but I think it came out all right. So yeah, so the 5 songs that are completely done, and it's gonna be a 14-track album. It's gonna be Barcades with the Homies, Bounce, Emerald Hunter, Expired Plates, and Orca Adventure 2 are all done. So 10 more, or I guess 9 more to go. And yeah. And then the album is they make us ship it off to get pressed to vinyl. And then we gotta wait for the vinyl to come back, and then we gotta wait for this and wait for that, but it's coming together. And I'm super hyped for y'all to hear it. And here we go. One more for Blake. All right, Blake, if you're still here, here's all the stickers. I'm giving you so many stickers, dude. So yeah, I hope you're hyped on them. They're inside the CD too. So yeah. Oh yeah, and Logan, what's it called? All the stickers are inside the CD and the cassette, by the way. But Funkhauser says new songs. Yeah, dude, and they're coming out pretty good. I have one song called The Ways I Keep It Real. That one's crazy. And I Know You Love Me Too is crazy. So yeah, I'm so beyond hyped to finish this album. But somebody else says, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I hope you like the mix and master version. Because I like redid the drums too, and the drums are a lot more like fun. Because you know the demo was just like boom, 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 and now the drums are like boom, 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 boom. And it's crazy. It's a little bit more bouncy. So yeah. But Logan says, keeping the tradition of 1 album a year. Now with 2 this year so far. Hey, thank you. Bro, you should reserve a test pressing for me, bro. I'm gonna save for it. It would be such a badass piece of my collection. Yeah, Logan, so I only get 5. I only get 5. So I've always been like, when the order, I always do it based on like whoever makes about like the first 5-ish orders. That's who I give the test press. Well, actually, even then I have 5. So I keep 2 for myself, 1 for me, 1 for a friend. And I only give out 3. So usually it's about like the first 10 orders. I'll pick 3 people, just be like, yo, here's a gift. So if you're one of the first 10, I'll try to throw it in there for you. So yeah. Simply, do you have a test pressing? My bad to call you out. I think you do, right? So I've tried to like keep track of who I've given at least 1 to. So I've been trying to give, sprinkle them out. Like I know Iber comes through a couple times. I gave him a Groovy of the Galaxy test pressing. I know William has one. I think Chris might have one. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of, I've been like scattering them out in the universe. So like Dragon Balls. Lucky. Dragon Balls. I just gotta share them out there. Oh yeah, so we did a Radical. Yeah, I think I gave you one of Radical Reptar, dude. So, which is cool because that's like the 3rd ever vinyl I ever pressed. So yeah, not that it's like that special, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe one day it'll be like a Dragon Ball. It's like someone might be like, I need to collect all the Groovy Kaiju test pressings. And they go on like a whole journey for it or something. We can dream, right? We can dream. But yeah, so that's what Monster 1's like so far. And hopefully later tonight, if I have some time, I might work a little bit more. I think that I'll say what the next one I'm working on next. Next song should be Monster Tape 1. I'm doing them in order of just alphabetical order because I'm like, oh yeah, the next one I'm gonna finish is Crying Out for My Baby. It sounds very K-Tronati-y. That wasn't like on purpose. It just kind of like, the way the song came out. It was like, oh, this sounds very K-Tronati. And I kind of kept the drum beat a little bit more simple, a little bit more 4 on the floor. Just to like, kind of match that vibe a little bit better. But yeah, so I'm finishing up that song next in terms of like mixing and mastering. And after that, it'll be Good Spirit. So it's probably my goal for next week is to get Crying Out for My Baby and Good Spirit done. But Tiara, dude, bro, what are you doing? I'm back in orders, dude. How you doing, man? How you been? Yeah, I think, so my bad. I was actually like, I woke up today. I think I saw you posted something, but I had to go to the gym right after. So, but as usual, I know you're doing big things, man. Hope you're doing good. How's your Sunday? And Logan says, I remember this group had like 5,000 test pressings. I had to never say they were test pressings. Like at that point, it's just another version. I know, right? No, for real? For real? Yeah, that's kind of, I've been noticed that wild. Like, I have so much respect for Tyler, the creator, but I've noticed that they'll do that. They'll like just do a normal vinyl run and be like, oh, these are all test pressings. And then they'll still sell out. And I'm like, bro. So I'm like, kind of like, dog, these are not test pressings, but they still sold out. So, I mean, who am I to judge? You know what I mean? But Tiara says, been good. You're sweet. What did you work on at the gym? Oh, so I just do like the same exercises. I got free weights. So I do free weights. I do like the jackhammer curls like this. So I'll do 3 sets of 10 of this. And I've now upgraded to 35 pounds. So I'm like 35 pounds on each arm doing this. And then I had to think, I started doing this like this thing just because people look funny when they do it. So I was like, and so I'm at the gym with myself, I was like, I'll be funny too. It's the one where you like grab it and you have to make that like specific squat and you're like this. So I do like, I think it's like 130 pounds of this where you're like, little like rope thing. And then I do about like, I think 130, 140 chest press. And then I do lateral pull downs about 110. And then I'll do a 30-minute walk on a treadmill. But like, kind of like fast and not a slight incline. And that's my usual like routine. But I have a buddy that I'll go to the gym with and they have an EOS membership, and there I'll do like a couple more exercises just because, you know, there's more equipment. But otherwise, that's my usual. Thanks for asking. And then Logan says, you need 5,000 records to test masters. No, I mean, I'm pretty sure any Valorant run you do, you will get test pressings. Like, even if you do like 100, I think they'll give you 5 test pressings. Like, I think it'd be kind of wild if they didn't give you test pressings low key. Because like, how else are you gonna know that like they didn't mess up on their end before they like make the final plates? I'll put it like this. That's good enough. I wonder if I can squeeze this in. But Logan says, do you get test pressings when you repress albums after they sell out, or no? You don't get test pressings when they repress, no. You do not. So, because the point of the test pressing is just to make sure that you're happy with how it came out. Like, so when they do the final, like, when they make the final plate, that's like, blah, 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 that, you know, at that point, there's no going back. Because once they make the plate, it's like kind of GG's. So that's why the test pressings exist in the first place. But yeah. But Funkhauser says having a buddy to work out is the best. Yeah, you guys can push each other, go hard. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, that is keeping it real, Funkhauser. Me and my buddy that we go with, it's like we work out on like we always do strength first, and then we do the treadmill together, and that's like our, you know, twice a week therapy session to each other where we just talk about stuff. So I'm sure there's people there that are like, damn, these guys are really just talking about all their personal business in public at the gym. But that's what we do. So yeah, so it's like half, yeah, we push each other sometimes, but it's mostly like, yo man, like, how are things with your mother? You know what I mean? More than anything, it's pretty funny. But Logan says, no, yeah, I'm saying about these artists, like having whole lines of test pressings, I get why you get them, you know? It was bad for us. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just saying, okay, my bad. Yeah, you're all good. I also misunderstood a little bit. But yeah, sick, dude. And TR says I'm going to bed. Hey, night, TR. Have a nice night, dude. Thanks for stopping by. And like I said with the laughing emoji. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of funny. Like I don't know. There was one time where like he was telling me a story. I got pretty mad, and I was like yelling at the gym, like, "No, man, they did you dirty. How dare they?" You know what I mean? And I was like, "Wait a minute, I'm at a gym. I can't crash out right now." You know what I mean? I don't know. I kind of get like Goku when my friends were telling me a story where someone did them dirty. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Goku's like, "Don't you hurt my friends!" That's how I am. But Logan says, do you ever miss doing different designs for physical media? So like Godzilla got remastered, do you miss the limited cassette runs for Pacific Plaza? A little bit, yeah. Cause I mean, like, so I mean, that's the homie. I mean, and it was cool because like, you know, it's nice to have help, and because like, you know, Pacific Plaza was like, yo, we are specializing in making physical media, and like, you know, so like, honestly, Pacific Plaza, Alex, like they're hella good at graphic design. They were really good at making a sick looking design. So yeah, so I kind of miss it a little bit, but at the same time, there is like benefits to being, you know, because I can't like, okay, you know, buy these tapes from Pacific Plaza and then buy them here. And now I can like bundle them all together now that I have my own operation. And like I couldn't sign anything if they were doing it. So there's like, you know, there's pros and cons, but I do miss the help. Like in a perfect world, like in a perfect world where I have $1 billion, I'd be like, yo, Alex, you want to just like run shipping operations for Groovy Kaiju for me or something? And like, then you'd be like, yeah, we'll just, you know what I'm trying to say. That would be the part, like, hey, you're in charge of shipping and like graphic design for all like the media and the products, or I guess like, you know, media products. That would be like the dream scenario. You know what I'm trying to say. But you know, life isn't that easy, unfortunately. But hey, Nine Tide, what's up, dude? Oh, you just joined. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Instagram right now is kind of goofy, where it's like saying everyone who popped in. Normally it doesn't do that, but it just says who chatted. But so video says, speaking of Goku, today's been a good day for Dragon Ball games. Oh yeah, did they like announce a new game? Am I missing out? Am I sleeping? And hey, it's William. What's up, William? Hey, William, I was just talking about how I gave you a couple test pressings in the past. I think I gave William, I forgot what test pressing I gave William, but yeah, William, it's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. How you doing? How's your Sunday? And also, Blake, if you're still here or you're watching the VOD, I just packed up your vinyl and CD, dude. I'm gonna sign it and stuff, but here you go. This is it. But Logan says, I mean, that could possibly work with Pacific Plaza or Ocean exclusive, kind of like big record labels like Hive have a Target Red exclusive vinyls. Yeah, like Logan, if I was bigger, then yes. That's the, I guess what I was trying to say is that because I'm like, you know, running on such a small budget and team and everything, like, if I had the money, I would love to be like, yo, Pacific Plaza, you doing this? I'll do this. You know what I mean? But I just, yeah, like there's not enough money to like really feed more than my mouth right now. And I guess this new assistant, but you know what I'm trying to say. They're not even like, you know, not, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. But Skyr says, oh yeah, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 got announced. Oh, and Super, we got Xenoverse 3! Pretty much the Dragon Ball game. We can create our own characters. Okay, thick, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, I think I played Xenoverse 2. I remember the one time me and Eddie ever got into like an actual, like, not like an actual argument, but I remember we were both playing, I think Xenoverse 2. We created our characters, and we were playing multiplayer, and I think we were getting very competitive with each other. Because, you know what I mean? It was the only time where he was like, man, you suck. And I was like, no, you suck. It was in college. That's super sick. They made a Xenoverse 3. Heck yeah, the Dragon Ball games are kind of underrated. But William says, going good, just really tired. I feel you on that, William. Yeah, I just got back from the gym. I might make some coffee after the stream. I'll have a lot of orders to pack after all this. And Logan says, well, I'm getting my homies onto the kaiju. Hey, thank you, dude. Appreciate it. That makes sense, though. Remember me, you're #1, bro. Remember me when Future Funk is mainstream? Well, it kind of is with Real Love Music, but you know. I think that's what the channel's called. Yeah, that's what it's called. Real Love Music. Yeah, Real Love Music. They're kind of the MVPs. They've been going strong for a long time. But yeah, of course, man. I definitely remember you. I mean, every time I use Amazon Business Prime, I remember you, which is every day. But Logan says good night. Night, Logan. Catch you around, dude. And take it easy. Hope you have a nice night. And yeah, I'll have your order in the mail by tomorrow. So when I wake up tomorrow, which is going to be around like noon, I'll head to the post office and drop it off for you. But Simply Dale says Lanal gets like that sometimes. Yeah, dude, exactly. But sick. But yeah, let's should we make this a recap? How much? Okay, we got 2 hours left. Yeah, I can restart recapping stuff. So that's all I could think of. But yeah, William, now I'm gonna start recapping everything everyone's ever told me to look at. All right. So someone named Jupiter, I think their name was Jupiter Hope, said I should look into a game called Cookie Run Kingdom Quest. And I did look it up. I watched some gameplay. And it really reminded me of you know the Kingdom Hearts mobile game? I think it's like Kingdom Hearts XY Cross or something. But it was like a really cutesy, like Maple Story looking game, but it was like sort of mana. It looked really fun. And Saku, that fool said, we got 2 hours. Yeah. Well, yeah, I know. I try not to, because for some reason, right as like 3 hours hits, my brain just like, I don't know what it is. Like I only have enough like mental stream ability for like 3 hours. So I try to like cut it at 3. I mean, sometimes I'll even end it early just because I can feel like I'm dying. Yeah, Saku. But it's kind of funny to be like, that was it. We got 2 hours. But yeah, okay. What up, dude? How you doing? How's your Sunday? Saku, dude, you're always getting me, dude. That fool said, well, yeah. And Sky, yeah, dude, low-key, it's funny because you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, Sky says, oh yeah, the Kingdom Hearts mobile game, that's really important to the plot, but you can't play it anymore. literally that's the exact game I'm referring to. It's that specific mobile game that's important to the plot that you can't play anymore. It looks like that one. But it's like, it's silly. That's how Kingdom Hearts made the game, but it's also even sillier. That's the art style I'm trying to refer to. But King says, pretty good, lol. How's yours? It's going pretty good. Yeah, we're just hanging out, packing vinyl and stuff for Blake. And I'm about to recap everything that everyone's ever told me to look at since over the past couple months, actually, funnily enough. Okay, let me I gotta weigh this. And let me, what else am I gonna say? So yeah, so that's what Capricorn Kingdom Quest is. Would recommend if anyone's into like QT mobile games, that's kind of like, or sort of mana, I'd say look into it. It looked pretty sick. And another thing is, I think at some point I was telling y'all that I was like really into like the taiko game, you know, the taiko drum game at like round 1, or like, you know, like it's a game. But and someone was like, yo, it's also on Switch, like it comes with a controller if you buy it for Switch. And I was like, oh, word? Yeah, I looked into the controller, and at the arcades, like the giant drum is like in front of you, so you're like boom boom, it's like you get to stand up. But the one for the Switch was like at an angle, and it's meant for you to like sit down and play it. And I was like, I want to stand up and like you know, I mean, like I don't know. So that's my only critique. But otherwise, thanks for y'all for the pro tip on that. But William says, I feel so out of place. I have no clue what you're talking about. I know, yeah, I'm kind of recapping very specific things people told me to look at in the past, William, because we've been streaming so much that a lot of people sometimes will like pop in and be like, yo, you should look into this. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I will. And then, but I just always don't have the time to like look at it like the next day. So I sometimes will just sit down and like look through everything anyone's ever recommended to me. So yeah, so I'm just kind of sharing, well, like, since you're just now here, maybe there'll be something here that you're like, oh yeah, I'm actually also interested in that. Well, hopefully. So yeah. But so yeah, so if anyone likes the Taiko arcade game, there is a controller out there, but you can't stand up. And then Simply Hideo, you and I were talking about the NFL comic collab. Well, we were saying like the anime collab, but what was really cool about the NFL collab they did for like anime is that they got a bunch of like independent comic creators, which I really appreciated. And it was like a really sick, like I think the Seattle Seahawks did like a comic, little Instagram comic strip, and that it was super sick. I didn't see it like ever, so when I saw it, I was like, yo, this kind of bangs. And the fact that they found like actual independent creators, I thought was like super sick. So yeah, so if you ever look up like NFL comic anime collab and you're a Seattle Seahawks fan, you're about to see the greatest thing you ever saw in your life. So yeah. And then Logan just left. Oh yeah, so actually now we're on topic. Funkhauser, that's pretty cool. There's an anime MLB collab. Yeah, the anime MLB collab is sick because it's I think One Piece did NBA. So there's like a One Piece Luffy like anime like little thing. And for the MLB they got Demon Slayer. So it's like they do all like the breathing techniques to like hit the ball. It's pretty sick. And it's like Shohei Ohtani, of course. So he's like does a little breathing and like hits a home run. Oh dude, it's super sick. The MLB one's super cool, Funkhauser. And in fact, I'm hyped because one of my homies that I went to the show with last night, they used to work in newspapers a lot. And they were like, yeah, I wasn't really ever a sports fan. Because I worked for newspapers, I ended up having to do a lot of sports writing. And because of that, it made me a sports fan. And they were like, yeah, now I love like watching sports. I'm like, trying to go to a baseball game sometime? They're like, hell yeah, I'm trying to go to a baseball game sometime. And I was like, hey, I found someone to go to a baseball game with. So I'm pretty hyped on that. But oh yeah, Blake, here we are, Blake. Here is your, let me make sure. Oh my god. Here is your your order, dude. Thank you so much, Blake. If you're still watching, you watch the VOD. I appreciate you. We'll drop it off at the mailbox for you tomorrow. But so another thing is Logan said, I know Logan just left, but Logan said look into Tap Stitch for like hoodie blanks. And it was pretty sick, but it was also a print-on-demand place, and which isn't bad, but I wanted like a hoodie blank that was more like, you know, I could order like just the blanks and then take them to a shop, which I guess you technically would Tap Stitch, but like the thing is they're going to charge you like an upcharge because they want you to print it with them. So yeah, but I want to find like a local shop or something to do it so I can save money on shipping. So, but yeah, if anyone's looking for a way to just like put their designs on hoodies, look up Tap Stitch. And then Eli, who's come in the chat before, they said look into Urban Chipmunk by Alvin and the Chipmunks. And yeah, so it was like, I think this was like right after Christmas time, I think. And they were still like, bro, like I love Urban Chipmunk. And I looked it up. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cursed. If you like high-pitched country music, be my guest. But it was really interesting because like it was, you know, Alvin and the Chipmunks is always like they get like people just singing and they just speed up the voice, you know what I mean, and like make it super high-pitched. But it's like real, like this one I feel like they really chipmunked the dude, and it was like kind of unsettling, but I could see why someone would like it, you know what I mean? It very much made me feel like I was at Disneyland. Like it had super Disneyland vibes, but it was also like, dang, I'm listening to Alvin and the Chipmunks talk about like living in Louisiana, you know what I mean? It was different for sure. It was built different for sure. But here, I'm gonna do the easy orders first because otherwise it doesn't like write out a bunch of stuff. Or do I? I might not have to. I don't know. But yeah, so if anyone needs a country album with chipmunk voices, there you go. And Caleb Clark has come in the chat before. They said to look in the band called Skeggs, like Skeggs, and they're a really sick surf rock band. But the thing is, I was watching a music video for this song I have called LSD, and like in the like music video, it's like them playing Skate 3 on a TV, and I was like, this is actually pretty sick. So the music video is hella sick. If anyone's looking for like a cool like surf rock band, look up Skeggs. Gotta grab these CDs real quick. Boom, boom. Gotta grab one more here. And then someone super cool said they have like a family-run coffee roastery out in Arizona called Gadsden, like GADSDEN, coffeeandtea.com. And I remember we were talking, like it was like one of the VODs where they came in. We were like talking a bunch about like how I was drinking a lot of like tea at the time because my stomach was acting really funny with coffee for a little bit. And they're like, yeah, man, like, you know, my family has their own roastery. You should like pull up. Well, not even pull up, but just like order some online. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. But the only thing is I looked into it and they only have loose leaf tea. I don't have any like loose leaf tea makers. But yeah, they look hella sick. And it's all like super, like it was super ridiculously local, family owned. Like even like some of the stuff I saw was like, yeah, you know, like Kate down the street like helps us do this and that. And I was like, oh wow, this is like the city like rides for them. And I was like, I thought that was so adorable. So so if anyone wants to support a local family owned business in Arizona, there you go. All right, sick. Gotta put some stickers in here. And then I'll talk about the next one. Honestly, No Oxygen is one of my favorite songs I ever made. It's such a fun little beat. And Funkhauser says, I can send you a loose leaf tea thing. I know a shop in town that sells those. Oh yeah, please do. Yeah, because I've always wanted to get into it, but I've just never had like, I don't know, like the time to be like, yo, I'm about to get into loose leaf tea today. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you get the good stuff if you buy it loose leaf. Because like everything that's always like in this pre-made sachets, I kind of feel like it's like, eh. Like I feel like, you know, that's when you've elevated your tea game. And another one, Simply Hideo, you told me about was the Aquario Beyblade. You said, bro, you guys got the Aquario Beyblade. And I looked into it, and dude, I found like the most adorable video of some guy being like, yeah, you know, I got this Beyblade, it's the new Aquario. And like, he was like, let it rip. So I thank you for getting me on that rabbit hole, Simply Hideo, because I almost died from how adorable this guy was. It was like some kid. He was like, yeah, I got the new Beyblade, let's go. But Skyr says loose leaf also integrates in the water better. Okay, sick. Yeah, that's what I've heard, is that like loose leaf is just kind of like, when you start drinking loose leaf, like then you're really a tea guy, you know what I mean? Until then, you're just kind of like you're just a pretender until then. Oh, wow. How do I want to cut this up? All right, cool. But Roses and Simply Dale said I should look into this show called Common Side Effects, and I found out it's only on HBO Max, so I couldn't watch it. But I watched the trailer, and pretty much I guess it's a show about like it's made by the guys that make King of the Hill, so it's already like hilarious. But just from the trailer I watched, essentially the show is about like some like hippie dude that discovers like a cure for everything. Like he like literally like purposely, I mean it's kind of brutal, but he purposely kills like an ant, like a pigeon, but then gives it like some medicine that instantly like unbreaks its neck and it flies away. And like the government's like, oh no 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 no, like, and the guy's like, you know, Big Pharma is making us buy all these medicines that don't actually heal us when we already have the cure to everything. And then literally it's like the government being like, oh, Big Pharma's not gonna like this. Like he literally is right. So yeah, so it's kind of crazy. But it looked hella funny. So if anyone's looking for a good show to watch, I can confirm it looks pretty good. We have to have HBO Max though. Somebody else is such a good show. Yeah, dude. Yeah, even just from the clip I watched, it looked hella cool. And this is also kind of random. I think you were talking about this in the video as well, but you were mentioning how like Pepsi at the Super Bowl this year made like an ad that was like making fun of like the Coca-Cola bear, like not being AI. And yeah, it was pretty cool. It was kind of cool to see Pepsi like jock their bear and like make a better ad. And Funkhauser says, wait, what's it called? I love me some Koth. It's called Common Side Effects. So it's like, side effects with medicine, but it's called Common Side Effects. So yeah. And so I think you also said look into Final Space Simply Adeo, because you're all streams, which I appreciate. So I'm looking at the stuff you be telling me to look into. What's it called? And so that's another thing. I don't have like any streaming service, so I couldn't like watch it. So what I did find though, I'm such a YouTube guy, and you'll probably be like, bruh, how dare you do this? But I found a YouTube video called All of the Entire Story of Final Space in 74 minutes. So I watched a YouTube video that just broke down the entire story of Final Space. So I haven't watched it, but I now know the entire plot. I hope that's okay. And it sounded like pretty cool. I like the overall story and everything. And I like to know there's a character named Mooncake. And you know what I mean? I understand it like it's like very like Star Wars inspired, but it's not at the same time. And somebody else can't even be mad. It's a good solution, honestly. All right, sick, yeah. But yeah, so I think I watched like up to season 3, or there might only be 3 seasons, but I just put it on while I was cleaning my house, and I was just listening to it, and yeah. So I now know like the story of Final Space, and I would recommend it. It sounded like a good show. If I had streaming services, I would, you know what I mean? I'd be like, yo, what's up with this show? And A, thank you, Funkhauser. And that's sometimes it's hitting the summary, and sometimes it's hitting up FMHY. What's FMHY? My bad. And then Butter, who comes by like probably like every other stream, said to look into the band. Free Media, heck yeah! I've never heard that. That's sick though. Free Media, heck yeah! Yeah. But Butter comes through sometimes, and they said look into a band called, I mean not band, but like I guess technically they're a band, but it's like a dubstep group called Pegboard Nerds, and they're pretty sick. If you're like into like OG Deadmau5, where he was like a lot more like a well, I guess Deadmau5 wasn't really ever a dubstep artist, but if you're like more into OG Deadmau5, where they were like very video game inspired, like that was kind of like their aesthetic. It was like, yeah, I'm like the video game electronic producer. Pegboard Nerds is pretty sick. Somebody says, ooh, you might like it. Everything in regards to free online stuff you can find there. Okay, cool. Yeah, future me when I rewatch the VOD, look into Free Media, heck yeah. Because remember there was back in college days, I used to go to watch cartoons online, and they had all like the latest anime. before like Crunchyroll was like, you know, the go-to place. Before it was like, yeah, I'll just get this Crunchyroll rather than like trying to deal with all these sketchy sites. So yeah. And let's stick, you know. BMO says, hey, what's up, BMO? Good to see you. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Hope you've been all right. And then BMO says, OG Deadmau5 was borderline trance, but definitely techno. Yeah, no, I feel that. I don't know, to me, it's like, I always like, cause it was like, there was Deadmau5, and then like soon after Deadmau5, dubstep started blowing up, I feel like. Like they were like almost around the same time, you know what I mean? But like, of course, Deadmau5 was earlier. But I don't know, because of that, like my brain always conflates them. Like, and not even like the music, but like the aesthetic, you know what I mean? Like the visual, the aesthetic. That's what I was more trying to refer to. That's like what Pegboard's Nerd was doing. But BMO says, what's good, brother? Dude, I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm just hanging out. We're packing merch orders. Same old. And just having a good old time. I'm mostly talking about stuff people have told me to look into on stream in the past. And I like went through and like looked at all of it. So yeah, I just like kind of giving everyone like a recap of like what we've now recommended to each other as a community over the past like couple months. In like one VOD. So yeah. How about you? How's your Sunday, dude? But somebody else says, gonna be .net at the end for free media. Heck yeah, if you check it out. Okay, sick. Thank you, I appreciate it. I mean, as you can now tell, I probably will look it up. Pancorn ate dinner, was good. Heck yeah, I'm glad to hear it, Pancorn. I'm glad to hear it, dude. And then the next thing is, Zaku said to look into Hong Kong milk tea, and it looked hella good, but I was looking into like, you know, how to make it or like where to buy it, and a lot of places said you have to use evaporated milk, and I was like, yeah, my stomach would explode if I already drink evaporated milk. But if anyone's looking for like a cool new tea to try out, look into Hong Kong milk tea. Like you can make it at home and stuff. It's just like evaporated milk. It's kind of like Vietnamese coffee. You know, Vietnamese coffee uses like condensed milk and like straight espresso. It's like that, but tea, from what I could tell. Or Zaku's about to like flame me super hard right now and be like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. That's what I found when I looked it up. Admits None, they've come through the chat a bunch of times. They said look into a band called Radarna. And they were super sick, but I remember like as soon as I heard, so it's like Radarna, Riddarna, and they hella sound like they would fit the Scott Pilgrim soundtrack. So if you like the rock music from Scott Pilgrim, I'd say look into them. They're pretty cool. And then another Simply Hideo said In Motion, like I said, he told at some point he was like, yo, I forgot what we were even talking about, but you were like, yo, listen to In Motion by Vantage. And yeah, it was super sick. But it's Vantage, you know what I mean? I mean, we all know Vantage. But yeah, particularly the song In Motion is a banger. I added to my, you know what I mean, to my rotation. And Sasquatch was just here. If you're still watching Sasquatch, I did look into Screamer actually just recently. Yeah, so what Screamer is, it's like a pretty sick racing game, it seems like, where like the way you drive is kind of goofy in that like the right stick controls drifting and the left stick controls like, you know, how you actually drive. So because of that, it's kind of arcadey where you want to like drift at just the right time and stuff. And yeah. So if anyone's looking for like a cool arcade racer game, Screamer looks really cool. Especially because like drifting is like such a, you know, unique mechanic, and you can actually like explode other cars and stuff. I don't know, it's very Mario Karty except like cyberpunk. But somebody else says, ooh, I think I remember it was a song that gave us goosebumps, I think. It probably was that. I'm not gonna lie. Not that there's anything to lie about. You know, I'm trying to say. I think it was that. So yeah, dude. That's super sick. And then Lucas came by a couple times. They said look into an artist called McGee, which actually I found out they played guitar with Justin Bieber at Coachella. But McGee, what's it called? They pretty much like, not like country music, but I don't know if y'all have ever seen this, but it's like, you know that video of where Eric DOA is like, what if Ninja got a low taper fade? That's like from a 3-hour live stream of him just like riffing stuff. McGee sounded like their music was really good, but it just sounded like they were like riffing guitar stuff, and like not to downplay it at all, but like it was sick, but they also have a really interesting voice. I don't know. If you like performance art, I would say look at the McGee. All the videos were like in black and white. It was very like artist art, but like also sick at the same time. I don't know how to describe. I don't even know how to describe it, honestly. But BMO says they've been very productive. Got a new shed in the backyard. Hey, Olivia space in the basement. Looking forward to get more fun space at the house. I'm in to put together. That's sick, dude. Congrats on getting, you know, stuff all figured out in your house. That's super cool. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to use my house space more effectively as well, because I'm kind of just like, you know, you can see this is like literally where I sleep, and it's all just merch. And like even the living room has like boxes everywhere and stuff of like that I need to like break down to ship with orders. So I feel you on trying to find space, more usable space in your house. I actually be doing the same, not gonna lie to you. But congrats on that, dude. That's so sick. This song is sick. I made it. I'm sorry, that's weird to say, but every time I hear it, I'm like, damn, I made this. That's crazy. Next to me. My bad. Put some stickers in here real quick. I'll put stickers in here for. This is for Jordan. Hey, shout out to Jordan. And Beamo says, thanks, man. Yeah, of course. Anytime, dude. Thank you for stopping by and saying what's up. Oh yeah, and Skyr, for your archive, I know I mentioned like a bunch of times I'm gonna download it. I added it to my actual time track. Like, so every week I like put time aside and I'm like, okay, I'm doing this week, I'm doing this week. So I added it to my like, hey, when you have the time, download Skyr's archive and look into Nicotine Plus, because you said to use Nicotine Plus with SoulSeek. So I got you, Skyr. It's like in my actual like to-do list, like written down. So yeah. And I told everyone about the Twitch ads, why that's been going weird. Cherry Cola just left, but Cherry Cola, if you watched the VOD, Cherry Cola said to look into the band Ginger, so Jinjer, and it's super. Ginger was super wild because like you should look up like videos of. I mean, if everyone's like interested, like you're into metal, look up like them playing at shows. They have like a female lead singer, and she sings like super like high pitched, like normal like female lead singer, but she can like what's it called? Scream like super deep. Like it's almost like it's like a whole different like person screaming, but she got like the screamo scream like perfect, on top of being able to be like, you know, super not like girly, but you know what I'm trying to say. In particular, it's called Resurrection Fest. It's like it's her vocal range, I guess, is like wild. I was like beyond impressed. So shouts out to Cherry Cola for that recommendation. And Voice Stream was here earlier too, but they also left. But Voice Stream, if you rewatch this by any chance, Voice Stream recommended the screamo label. I guess like it's an indie label called Flenser. So Flenser. And it's funny because Cherry Cola, I think, would like what Voice Stream recommended. So I don't know. Next time we see Cherry Cola, we'll have to remind them. And the last thing that everyone said to look in, or not everyone, but Roses, hopefully they show up at some point. They usually do. But when Roses shows up, we'll tell Roses about mushroom coffee. I looked into it, but pretty much if anyone else is also a coffee person, they've been looking into mushroom coffee. James Hoffman is like this super mega huge coffee YouTuber. Like their whole channel is just about like, I'm a coffee professional. And they said the thing about mushroom coffee is that it's not just like, oh my god, like why drink coffee when you can drink mushrooms? Yeah, see Pancorn's seeing it. Yeah. And the thing about mushroom coffee, it still has coffee in it. It's not a replacement. It's like a mushroom coffee blend. And it's, you know what I mean? So because of that, you're still drinking normal coffee. So if you're trying to avoid like coffee, like you're still drinking coffee. So that wouldn't fix that. And then on top of that, he very much like was trying to say it's a fad without saying it's a fad. You know what I mean? To like not be rude. And most of the time he was like, this doesn't taste good. You know what I mean? Like he's like, if you like mushroom, then yeah, maybe it's good. But he was like, you're probably better off just drinking coffee, dude. So yeah, not to put words in their mouth, but yeah. So, but I did look into it though, and I haven't tried it myself. Which, you know, maybe I should just try it myself. But yeah, because I don't know a place near me that sells it. but I have to like buy it. So that's why I kind of watched the review first. But yeah, and that recaps everything that everyone's recommended to me over the past like couple months. So thank you everybody, and I hope everyone listening is like, you know what, that did sound pretty cool, or I forgot everything. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. Let's see what day it is today. This honestly is kind of fun. But Suidio says, I tried the wait. Whoa. I'm trying to see April. So we have a bunch we can talk about because it's been a little bit. Today's the okay. Well, I guess we'll start today because today's today. But Suidio says, I tried the rice mushroom coffee. It wasn't bad, but definitely feel like it would acquire taste for some. Yeah, that's what the dude was also saying. It's like, you know. So yeah. Should I? No, you know what? I'll just put more cardboard in here. I got all these scraps. But yeah, the dude had like 7 different ones. They had like Rise, Chagachino. Like there was so many different ones that like exist right now. And they tried all of them. But yeah. But today's Go Fly a Kite Day. Has anyone ever actually flown a kite? I remember as a kid wanting to fly a kite so bad, but I could never get it to work. I remember just being so frustrated. Like, I'm never gonna fly a kite ever again. That and like, dude, Donkey just released a video on Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I had that game as a kid, dude. And I've always wanted a boomerang so bad, dude. I've always wanted a boomerang, dude. But I could never get a boomerang to come back. And like, now that I remember it, I remember I was dating someone at the time when I was like, look, we're both adults. I work at Google. I'm an engineer. I'm gonna buy a boomerang. We're gonna get this boomerang thing to work. So we went out on a windy day to a park, and I was so mad because I still couldn't boomerang as a grown man. I was like, what is this boomerang propaganda? They don't ever come back, dude. So has anyone ever been able to boomerang? I've tried so many times now. Pancorn says, I used to, use a kite semi-regularly when I was younger. It was really scary for me though. I was always scared of losing the kite. Yeah, that's another thing. Kites are, they need moving around, dude. They're kind of goofy. And like, I think the one time I did go, I got it to like fly for 5 seconds and then got stuck in a tree. And my mom was like, well, that's that. I was like, this sucks. You know what I mean? I was like, kites are dumb. I'd be so mad. But yeah. But Venu, what's up, dude? Bought a cheap kite for the beach. Couldn't get the kite to start. I know, right, Venu? What's with all this kite and boomerang propaganda, dude? It doesn't work. But Micah-fer, 1994, love that song. Hey, thank you, dude. And thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, stopping by and say what's up. Glad here like Long Beach Airport. Yeah, this song was a lot of fun to make. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, dude. And thanks for stopping by too, Venu. How's y'all's Sunday going? You got a second? But yeah, that's how I feel about kites and boomerangs, dude. But I don't know. One of these days, I think I'm gonna figure out how to boomerang. I still, as angry as I was that one day, I still want it. I want to figure. I just gotta find a boomerang guy. Like honestly, I would pay money. I would pay someone like $30 to be like, "Yo, teach me how to boomerang, please." How much? I didn't even. You know what? I'd actually pay a pretty good amount of money just for someone to show me how to boomerang. I wanted to boomerang so bad my entire life. And Funkhauser says, gotta be around a place that has tons of Wendigo. That's what I can wind the spirits. All right, for sure. It's probably, maybe it is a ghost that brings it back to you. Maybe it's the spirits that bring back the boomerang. Because the wind definitely ain't doing it. I've tried. That's where I can call the spirits. Okay, yeah. We gotta call them to be like, hey, when I throw this boomerang, can you bring it back to me? Because that's what it feels like. It ain't working otherwise. But yeah, today's also Cat Lady Day and Dog Parent Appreciation Day. So shouts out to all of us pet owners out there. Yeah, I love my cats, dude. Yeah, they've been chilling. I need to figure out how to bring them back on stream more often. Actually, no, I'll grab Dio for... Let me grab one of my cats real quick. Let me see if Dio will let me grab him. Dio. It's your time to shine, man. How's doing it? Dio, come on. You're coming with me, Dio. Ugh. We're gonna appreciate you. No, Dio, stop it. Stop, no, Dio, stop it. Stop, nope. Look. Here's my cat. For cat appreciation day. Dio, look at the camera, man. I know you're sleeping. My bad, Dio. Hi. There you go. Cato, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I picked him up, he was already like, ugh. For some reason, he was like cool with me. I'm like, all right, yeah. But Mike says, I really like VTech too. Thank you, dude. Yeah, VTech was also super fun. I actually just made a video in the Monster Kingdom, not trying to be weird, but in the Monster Kingdom about how I made the song with Tupperwave. And like, I showed the progression of like how we changed the BPM on it like 3 different times to like what it finally became, like where it went. And also like the bass. Like it's funny to hear each version because the bass is just like nastier and nastier as we keep working on it. It was really cool. But yeah, VTech is my personal favorite. Like, I mean, one of my personal favorites. Because like every time it comes on, especially at shows, dude, VTech bangs at shows, dude. Like I'll never forget there was some dude that like, I played it in San Francisco and like everyone got on stage as soon as I dropped VTech and it was just all of us just like, I just want to love you. I don't know. There's a video somewhere of like, yeah, it was cool. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it, dog. But does anyone like garlic? I used to eat a little garlic, but the thing is, I found out like garlic actually makes your stomach upset. And since I've been having like stomach stuff, I've been eating less garlic. But I was dating someone that like loved garlic for a hot second, and it actually became like a big thing between us. She was like, "Why don't you put no garlic in this?" And I'm like, "Cause it makes my stomach hurt." And she was like, "Ah." She loved garlic, dude. Simply do. I just had pizza with garlic crust about. Yeah. Garlic crust do be bussin' though, dude. It does be bussin', dude. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I definitely miss garlic. That's like one sad thing I can no longer eat. Oh yeah, I forgot I gotta eat food at some point. Forgot about food. I was so focused on the gym and taking a shower, I forgot I gotta eat food at some point. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna start getting hungry pretty soon. Damn. But yeah, shouts out to Simply again for showing me how to add the Monster Zero songs to the stream. But what's it called? Have a good night, bro. Keep it up. Enjoy your music. Thank you, Mike. You have a good night as well. And thanks for enjoying my music, dude. I really, really appreciate it. Take it easy, dude. What's going on? Super random, but is anyone in North Dakota? Because today is National North Dakota Day, which is pretty sick. It's your state's day, dude. Don't dox yourself, but yeah. And today's also National Poker Day, which low-key, Newport got me hella into poker. Like, not hella into it, but the first time I actually played poker was with Newport. And yeah, poker's kind of underrated. It's kind of fun, dude. Like, I used to never like understand it, but I like how it's like everyone's just kind of like essentially trying to bluff on like how good their hand is without knowing each other's hands. I kind of get it. I get why it's so lit. Don't want to hear like poker, especially because it's built into Discord. So what we used to do is like, for like a hot second, we were doing like game nights on Discord. We would all just play poker, just to like all catch up. And everyone was like, we don't feel like going out, but we also want to hang out at the same time. So we all just meet up on Discord, play poker. And it'd be hella funny because Newport would join from within VR chat. Basically, says I never played poker, but I'll play Blackjack 21. Yeah, Blackjack is hella fun. In a Pancore and Discord poker is fun. I know, right? Discord poker is not bad, dude. It's kind of a good time. Kind of a good time, dude. But yeah. Today's also Poetry and the Creative Mind Day. How do y'all feel about poetry? That was actually like in what's it called? In high school. I remember there was a day too where I was like, you know, all this reading stuff is too much, but poetry, I kind of like poetry. I've always kind of liked poetry. But even before like I really got into hip hop and stuff, I was just like, poetry's kind of the best one out of all like the English arts. Poetry's dope. And Simply Dale says poetry is everything. Heck yeah, dude. I'm glad that a lot of like hip hop is finally getting recognized too as a what's it called? Like actual English literature poetry, because some of it's like crazy. And Funkhauser says not a fan of poetry. No, hey, you know I feel it. I know some people aren't into it because like, you know, there's so much to like, you know, read into. Yeah, it's definitely not for everyone, but yeah. So I see where you're coming from, Funkhauser. I know some people would rather sit down and like read an entire story. But I don't know, I like the limitation for some reason. And Pancorn says, I love poetry. I still haven't gotten very good at music stuff, but my writing's basically just poetry. That's sick, dude. Did we talk about your writing when we were hanging out? My bad if we did. Did we? No, I think I was mostly asking you about food stuff. Low-key Pancorn. That's what I mostly remember. I was talking about that you were a twin and that about what food we should be eating. Yeah. But that's sick, dude. Yeah, my brother is a poet. They have like a book on Amazon. Not like it's like a, you know, a self-published book, but yeah, they have like their own like poem book. It's pretty sick. Oh yeah, okay. We talked about it. Yeah. I didn't know. Well, I guess where I maybe missed out was like the writing part. Because I remember us talking about you making music, but I don't know. Maybe my brain selectively remembered the food over your writing. My bad. But yeah. But that's sick, dude. Yeah, it's kind of funny because I think I mentioned it before, but I've never considered myself a writer, even though I would like write stuff here and there. But it wasn't until like I started doing the Kaiju Club that I was like, oh wow, I'm actually a writer. Who would have thought? So like writing all these stories now about just like the music itself, but still, it's like, oh wow, spent a lot of time writing actually. Roses, hi Roses. I was actually just mentioning you like 5 seconds ago, not 5 seconds, like about like 10 minutes ago, because I looked into mushroom coffee, Roses, and I found out it's actually kind of more of a fad. Like mushroom coffee still has coffee in it. But how you doing? How's your Sunday? I was really just like, oh, I should say this when Roses gets here, but maybe we're already talking about it. But yeah, anyways, Roses, how you doing? How's your Sunday? How are the hummingbirds, Roses? Are they still being mean? Are they like are they more chill now? But yeah, it's also a Refresher Goals Day, which is kind of random. Did anyone have any good New Year's resolutions? How's your New Year's resolution going? I usually don't make them, but I do like do a yearly planning just for like Groovy Kaiju. But yeah, and Rosa says good. Enjoyed grilled food. Oh, grilled food is so good, dude. That's sick, Roses. That's super sick. And oh, Puppy Smooth, dude. Yeah, Puppy Smooth, dude. How you doing, man? I'm good to see you. How you been? How you doing? Yeah, Puppy Smooth is like, I don't know. People don't know, but Puppy Smooth was like the OG Future Funk rapper, dude. Puppy Smooth is super sick. They're super OG to all the stuff. Yeah, and we have a song together called, I think it's called Vapor Velociraptor, right? On your Spotify page. It's so good, dude. Yeah, what's up, Puppy Smooth? It's good to see you, dog. How you been? You trying to get swole this year? Dude, same. Low key, I mean, it wasn't my resolution, but it just ended up happening. But dude, I mean, you can't really see it, the depth because of all the effects and stuff, but like, I don't know. I'm getting there, dude. I'm getting kind of like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Let's come together. But Rosa says, the hummingbirds, they're chill. It was other birds that were causing it. Oh, okay. I thought the hummingbirds themselves were getting like territorial and they're like, nah. So it was other birds that got territorial towards the hummingbirds. Okay. Well, that's a bummer they were causing a scene, but I'm glad to hear that, you know, the hummingbirds didn't leave and they stuck to their guns and they're still kicking it with y'all. That's good, bro. Thanks for letting me know. Skyer says, my New Year's resolution was usually to make a New Year's resolution. That's funny, Skyer. I feel you on that though. But sometimes we just, you know, we just end up chilling. But Pancorn says, I've never really set goals for myself. Oh, I feel it, yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's cool just to vibe. I'm a very goals person, but I know it's not everyone. Because some people are just, you know, like, I'm trying to just enjoy my life, man. I gotta set goals. Which is kind of valid. Honestly, valid. So yeah. Dun, 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 dun. And Funkhauser says, whoa, hummingbirds are cool. I have a hummingbird that decided to make a nest under my awning in my backyard. Oh, that's sick, dude. Heck yeah. That's what's up. Dude, that's oh, it must be super adorable to see them just like, you know what I mean? Oh. Yeah, so some other thing happened, Funkhauser, to Rose's, where I think like, I mean, not to tell, well, it was on streams. I think a hummingbird made a nest right next to like Rose's house. So like they've got like a new family of hummingbirds that they've been hanging out. So yeah. But Puppy Smooth says, I'm good, bro. New EP coming this year. Hey, sick, dude. Yeah, I think Agnos was telling me about that low-key. Because I talked to them not too long ago. But I don't know if it was this one or if it was another one. But dude, congrats on getting something, you know, get some new music out there. I'm stoked to hear it when it drops. And Rosa says, also, I didn't know mushroom coffee was like that. I just remembered it was an alternative. Yeah. So that's the thing, Rosa, is like, they very much sell it like it's alternative, but I watched the whole like 30-minute review of it, and not, you know, this isn't on you at all, but because even the guy in the video was like, yeah, they kind of sell it like, look at this coffee alternative, but really all of it has coffee in it, so it's like more of a mushroom coffee blend, but they totally market it like it's an alternative. So unfortunately it's not. Just kind of like womp womp. But yeah, so the marketing is a little like tee, you know what I mean? So they're kind of goofy for that. But yeah, but I do appreciate you recommending it.
Holy mackerel!
Hey, Eel, dude. Thank you, Eel. Hi again, Cherry Cola. Thank you, Eel, if you're watching, dude. Thanks for the raid, and hope you're doing good, dude. Yeah, Cherry Cola's telling us about you all the time, dude. Hope you had a good stream, Eel. But yeah, Cherry Cola, also, while you were gone for like 5 seconds, there's something else. I was gonna tell you something, Cherry Cola. Where'd it go? No, I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Oh, Ginger. We were talking about Ginger. Remember the Screamo band you recommended, Cherry Cola? The female vocalist? I was saying that like they were hella good, and thank you for the recommendation. Because I was surprised by how her screams were like so deep, but her voice was so high. I was like, she was a very impressive vocalist. And then I think Funkhauser said Ginger was good, or someone was like, yeah, I also like Ginger. But Rosa says, yay, nice, yeah. Yeah, thanks, y'all. I appreciate y'all. And Cherry Cola says, I love them. Yeah, they're hella good. I'm gonna look up more of their stuff. But I watched the they did like a set at like some music festival that was like really, really cool. I've been really into like whenever I find a new artist, like rather than like going through Spotify, I'll just like look up a live set of them and then like listen to it because it's a lot. I don't know, for me, because then you get the best of their music and you get to hear all the cool stuff. And yo, Unique, thanks for stopping by, dude. Good to see you. How you doing? With the E, remember the Markiplier E emoji or E meme? That was a time where they would like, it was such a random like brain rot thing. It was like R67, I think, where just take Markiplier, Photoshop his face into Lord Farquaad from Shrek, and then just say E. And Cherry Cole said, did you listen to Pisces? Is it from Ginger? I could check. Because I just listened to a live set, so honestly, I don't remember the names of the songs. I just like, okay. I might have. Because I can tell you the exact live set I watched was the Resurrection Fest set. So if they played Pisces during that set, then yes, I heard it. But I don't know. Yeah, my bad. But I can look it up. Look it up in particular. And somebody says, welcome Raiders. Yeah, thanks everyone for raiding over from Eel. Shouts out to Eel, dude. But what's it called? And Rosa says, Markiplier looks like Lord Farquaad. A little bit. I could see it. Speaking of Lord Farquaad, did y'all ever see the Halloween where Viber was Lord Farquaad from Shrek? That was pretty sick. Like Viber does not look like Lord Farquaad, but that year they really like leaned into it, and they did a pretty good Lord Farquaad play. Oh my god, cosplay! I'm not gonna lie. I love the song. Do you like jazz? But anyways, it's also rice ball day. Have y'all ever tried to make rice balls? I hate making rice balls. They're so good and they're cool to have just in the fridge, but they're low-key kind of hard to make. Like I feel like I need to be a Japanese mother to make them, because every time I try to make them, it's just like so much prep, and then like you make a bunch of them, and it's like, I don't know, it's not worth the prep time in my opinion. And they're okay. But when I was in Japan, dude, they smack. They're so good. But mine suck. You know what I mean? Like every time I have them, like someone else makes them, they're hella good. Whenever I try to make them, they suck. But yeah, rice balls are goated, but yeah. Especially in Japan. Dude, I was like, why? I don't need to eat anything else. I can eat rice balls all day. But Rosa says, lol, you remember the Shrek play? People who play as him go on their knees to be short with plus leg? That's comedy. Yeah. I've never seen that. That's funny though. Yeah, because Lord Farquaad's supposed to be mega short. That's funny. Yeah, Fiber's actually kind of tall now I think about it. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to like think back to all the times we've hung out. I think Fiber's kind of tall. He might be like 5'11", 6 foot. Like I think I'm slightly taller than him, if that. So it's extra funny with Lord Farquaad cosplay. Pancorn said that I watched my Shriblings in Shrek. It was great. Oh, was it like a school play or something? Or are they like actual like theater actors, Pancorn? Either way, that's pretty cool. And Rosa says, I've been craving rice balls for a while, especially since Kirby Air Ride has a rice ball hat. It doesn't help when I wear it Lamau. Oh yeah, I feel that. Yeah, honestly, I mean, hopefully, I mean, depending on what, some cities like have like Japanese markets where they'll have them just like, you can just grab them. So if you live next to one, like not really like an H Mart, because H Mart's more Korean, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like if you have I don't know, in LA, there's like a couple. Like back where I used to live in LA. And they have some out here in Phoenix too, I think. But there's some places where you can just go to the grocery store and like they have rice balls like pre-made. But you tend to have to go like earlier in the day. It's kind of, I don't know, it's a whole thing. It's like they make them like pre-made for lunch only because they don't last super long. But yeah, I don't know if that helps at all, Roses, but whenever I'm craving them, I'll just go by the store and grab some low-key. And they're kind of cheap too. But hey, 444, good to see you again. 444, how you been, man? But Monster Zero is dope, bro. Track 1 and 9 is slappers for sure. Hey, thank you, I appreciate it. Heck yeah. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, dude. How you doing? Anything new? How's your Sunday? But thanks for the kind word again. Heck yeah. But Pancorn said it was more of a in-between youth theater thing for the Shrek play. That's sick, dude. That's super dope. yeah, youth theater is important. So it's for like up and coming actors. I didn't realize that. I don't know. As I've been again, part of all like the star astrology stuff I do, I've had to like learn. It kind of low key makes you like a bit of a historian, low key, because you have to like learn like random things about people's lives to like be like, oh, is it working? You know what I mean? And yeah, I've been learning more about actors' lives, and like youth theater is like really important for like most actors. Like kind of get their start in youth theater. I don't know if that's like your sibling's goal, but yeah, I mean, it's an important place where people like people learn their acting skills. What's it called? And Rosa says, my brother told me where to go in a mall I go to, but I haven't looked for it, and I went yesterday. Lamau. I keep forgetting too about that store. Ouch. Yeah, no worries, Roses. Well, the time will come when the time will come. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be yet, Roses. And maybe next time it will. Who knows? And 444 says, just got back from the beach with the fam. Chill day, man. I'm glad to hear. Dude, that's so sick. I miss the beach. Now that I don't know, now I had a feeling as soon as I left LA, I was like, I'm gonna start missing the beach, watch. And as soon as I left the beach, now I'm like, damn, I wish I could go to the beach. I like miss it so much now. As soon as it's no longer accessible. But dude, I'm glad to hear you had a chill family day at the beach. That sounds like such a good time. And I've been wanting to hang out by like water more often. But that's sick, dude. Heck yeah. But yeah, I don't know if anyone knows a rice ball recipe I should try. Please let me know. Because every time I've tried, it just always doesn't work out. I've tried like like fresh salmon even, or like canned food. It's just, I don't know. They always just come out like yeah. And for you gotta hit Havasu, dude. Yeah, I've heard about it. I was actually talking to my buddy Trey about it not too long ago. Because they also have a skate park there that's like really crazy. We were like, whoa, like imagine. But then we looked at how far it was and we were like, oh dude. So it would have to be like a whole thing. How far it is from Phoenix, at least. Yeah, what's it called? Maybe one of these days though. I'm kind of, I don't know, I've been living in Phoenix for like a year now. And I haven't even really like explored outside of Phoenix that much. So I kind of should try to take time to do that. Like I want to go to Sedona really bad. I haven't been to the Grand Canyon yet. Grand Canyon is also kind of far, but still, like, I feel like I should check it out. So yeah. But yeah, Funkhauser says I like Tucson. So Funkhauser, thank you so much. I forgot to mention Tucson. I hella want to go to Tucson, but I looked into what to do at Tucson and I couldn't find anything worth doing in Tucson. Funkhauser, if you have a second, can you just tell me a bunch of things I could go do in Tucson? Because I want to find an excuse to go to Tucson. I just couldn't Google Maps my way to find one. But Rosa says, my sister tried making some vegan rice balls that looked horrible but tasted nice. That's cool. I'm glad it tasted nice. Because yeah, every time I do rice balls too, I can't get the shape right. Even by using like the little like triangle tool, mine always look super goofy and they always fall apart. They don't stick. It's funny because they won't stick together, but they'll stick to my hand, so it's extra frustrating. But I'm glad your sister was able to do it all right, especially vegan ones. If but Zaku would be hyped on that. Zaku's vegan. I was vegan for like a month. I started dating someone that was vegan back in the day, and I was speaking, but they were the one that were like, actually, I don't want to be vegan anymore. And I was like, it works for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, Funkhauser was like, only time I've been there was to see George Clan, and I camped at that big mountain right outside Tucson. Okay, sick. Well, yeah, maybe I'll just keep an eye on like shows in Tucson then, to like find an excuse to go down there. But sick, thank you, Funkhauser. I appreciate it, dog. Because yeah, I really want to go. It seems super cool. Dun, 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 dun. And Cherry Cola says, hydrate, stretch, and hydrate again. Cool. Thank you, Cherry Cola. What's it called? I also have family further south in Sierra Vista. Okay, sick. Heck yeah. Ugh. Stretching too. But yeah, it's also Administrative Professionals Week. Is anyone an administrative professional? I think that includes you, right? Superdale? It's your week, dude. Tell your boss to give you some money, dude. Get extra money because it's your week. So yeah. Or I'll tell them. Send them a clip of this VOD. I'm kidding, but unless you actually think it'll work. Like yeah. But it's also International Mariachi Week, dude. Whenever I think of mariachi, I'll do it again. Got cherry cola. Every time I think of mariachi, I think of you ever watch Nacho Libre? That's like one of my favorite movies of all time, dude. Nacho Libre is such a classic. But you know the scene where Jack Black has to like pretend like he's in a mariachi to like go hang out at like the famous wrestlers party? I always think of that all the time. Oh, cherry cola's using all of her channel points. Let me stretch my legs. Low key, that might be good. Yeah, so every time I think of mariachi, I always think of that. Yeah, no worries, cherry cola. I appreciate the reminder to stretch because I do need to stretch more, low key. But and plus mariachi music kind of bangs, dude. It's kind of good. Oh, fuck, I wanted to watch, dude. Yes, watch Nacho Libre is always the right answer, dude. Nacho Libre is so good, dude. But the cherry cola says I got 8.2k points. Low. Okay, for sure. Actually, I'm thinking about one of the tasks I made for the new assistant actually is to find out cooler things we can use the channel points for. So I'm gonna have them like look into that and like update the settings. So like maybe we'll have like cool channel points things pretty soon. And Rosa says, I love mariachi bands. I'd like to see one live one day, even alongside lucha wrestlers. I know that'd be so cool. Same. I've actually seen a luchador match. There was like a thing called a Goth y Cumbia. So like Goth and Cumbia. Or was that what it's called? Yeah, I think it was called Goth y Cumbia. No, it was another one they had. It was Goth y Lucha or something. It was by the same company. But pretty much, or I guess like same organization. I don't know if it's necessarily a company. But yeah, you know, they had played like a bunch of goth bands play, so like actual like goth music, and then they had like a whole luchador match, and it was so sick. It was honestly one of the best shows I've ever been to. I'm not gonna lie. I went with NetNavi, and it was a good old time, dude. It was a hella good time. So yeah. The music, my body and my soul. But what's it called? Did you guys know that there was an Anaconda remake that came out last year starring Jack Black? Yeah, I saw you know what's funny about that, Funkhauser? When it came out, I didn't go see it, but I forgot some other movie came out around the same time, and I think it might have been like Marty Supreme came out around the same time. I forgot. It was some movie. I went to the movies when it came out, right? And as soon as we exited the theater, Anaconda got out at the same time, the Jack Black movie. And it was like a dad with his two kids by himself. And the kid's like, Dad, like, did that snake really do all that? And he was like, look, son, everything you saw in that movie wasn't real. And they were like, what? They were so confused. It was such a like Arizona dad moment where he was like, look, I probably shouldn't show you this movie, but just none of it was real, okay, son? Yeah, it was hella funny. But so yeah, I didn't know about it, and that's what happened. That was I never watched it, but that's my experience with that movie. And Sky says I have 60,000 points. Yeah, I'm gonna have hopefully we'll have something to use the points for pretty soon, Sky. I got you, dude. But thanks for having so many. Thanks for always stopping by, dude. And Rosa says that's so cool. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, the lucha thing was super sick. And this is probably why, because the watch streak, yeah. Yes, guys always pulling up. Thank you, dude. And then kid's first wake-up call. Yeah, no, Rosa, for real, to reality. And Yeah, it really was. Yeah, I felt a little bad for the kid. I was like, uh-oh. Because I don't know, I remember being a kid and like watching movies sometimes and like having nightmares over like the smallest thing because like you're convinced that it's real. So I really hope that kid doesn't have like snake nightmares. That sounds terrible. And fuck, I saw it on Netflix today. Oh, it's crazy. It's already on Netflix. I feel like it wasn't that long ago when it came out. But yeah. What else happened? What was I gonna say about? I was gonna say something else about this. Oh, and the other thing I was gonna say about the Jack Black thing is and I had to, I don't know, maybe I knew I shouldn't say this to the guy in person, but remember how I mentioned there was like a clothing brand like from Mexico, like trying to get their stuff out there at the show I went to last night. Some guy was just like, yo man, like this is my brand, and my Newport, you know, they're super fashion dude, like they're really into fashion. So they're like, yo, let me get a shirt, you know, and like Newport got the super sick shirt. Like they make cool stuff. I actually have a sticker. I'm gonna just keep talking about it. Let me actually promote them because they're trying to get the name out there. I don't know where the sticker went. Uh-oh, maybe I can't. I just saw it too. Where'd I put it? I think it was called like the Humano Project. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I called it right. That's what it was. They gave me a free sticker. But this is who was at the show. They were super cool. They have like if you like fashion, you'll probably like their stuff because it's very like not like avant-garde, but like it's pretty cool. Anyways, one of the main dudes there, he was like, oh, like what's your name? I was like, oh, I'm Aaron. He's like, oh, cool, dude. He's like, hey, what's your name? He's like, Ramses. And I was like, I felt so bad because in a moment I just immediately had like a Jack Black flashback of like the fucking Nacho Libre where he's like, I want to be like Ramses, the greatest wrestler of all time. And I was like, I cannot, don't say it, don't, you know what I mean? Just, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. So yeah, I was like, dude, you got the same name as the main character / villain of Nacho Libre. That's so sick. You know what I mean? And he even said it like, you know, he's from Mexico, so he said it like Ramses. And I was like, oh shit, dude. Yes, I'm doing lucha, dude. Hell yeah. Hopefully it's not racist, but I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? It's from a movie. Pure cola goodness, yeah. He's got the same name as a guy from the movie. So yeah. But I just immediately thought of Ramses from Nacho Libre. But Cherry Cola has a 110 stream streak. Hey, that's what's up. On Eel's channel? Whoa, that's crazy. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that, like, you know, you're really stoked on Eel streams and y'all have a good time. I still need to, like, try to sit down and, like, catch one of them. And I read it says, credit to the dad for setting it straight that snakes aren't, like, that over how they get treated. Yeah. No, that is true, Roses. Like, I'm glad the dad didn't just, like, go home and be like, well, all right, good night, son. You know, they actually like, put in the time to be like, hey, look, you know what? Don't freak out, man. I promise this wasn't real. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's like those little small moments like that when you're a kid that like really like you start developing fears. Like I don't like bugs, dude. I hate bugs, dude. Bugs freak me out. And I found out my mom told me that like even as a kid I didn't like bugs. So what my parents would do is they would get bugs and just put them in my face. They'd be like, ha, you're scared. And now I have like as a 30-year-old grown man, I'm like, bugs. You know what I mean? So I probably have all this like deep-seated just fear of bugs. And, oh, Blake, it's 11:15 over here where I am. I just woke up because I got the email about the record. Hey, yeah, it auto sends up there a little bit. But dude, now that you're here for a quick second, real quick, Blake, real quick. Here is your record. I signed it and everything for you, and I put in a bunch of stickers. Check the inside of the CD when you get the record, Blake, because that's where I put all your goodies. But thank you so much, Blake. I really appreciate it, dude. And I'll drop it off in the mail for you tomorrow. So yeah. But what's it called? Rosa says good luck to the brand. It sounds awesome. Yeah, it was really sick. He was super, super sick. But yeah, they were all super cool people. Definitely if anyone's like a fashion person, feel free to look into it. Their shirts were like super wild. And Blake real quick says, bro, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're welcome, dude. I'm glad I could show it to you while you're here. But yeah, I'm gonna, when I wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna go to the post office, drop it off for you. It'll be on the way. So yeah. So depending on where you live, it's coming from Arizona, so you need whatever USPS math, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But what else we got? Simply Deus is Lamau and the Ramses story. Cherry Cola goodness, Funkhauser, laugh. Yeah. Cherry Cola says Eel's all over the place they're moving. Yeah, trying to stream and move, it's so tough. I feel Eel on that. It is super tough. I don't blame them. I would be all over. Like, I was definitely all over the place when I was moving too. But Rosa says, oh my god, I only can tolerate bugs because my sister would scream at the sight of one getting closer to a point that I would grab a cricket to free it. I'm more afraid of Parasite. I hate those. Yeah. So technically, my thing about parasites. So yeah, that's cool that you were the awesome sister that was able to help with the bugs, Roses. First, yeah, point one. But point two, I hate parasites. Yeah, parasites we should eliminate them. I am pro eliminate parasites. Because technically, one thing I don't know why this stuck with me, but in biology class, I remember reading like what the scientific definition is to be a living creature. And one of them is that you don't require another host to, in order to repopulate. So technically all parasites require another living creature to create more parasites. Therefore, they're technically not living creatures by the scientific definition. So we should get rid of them. I don't know if that's how it works, but it made me feel a lot less bad about if I ever see a parasite, like, oh no, you gotta go. You gotta go. But yeah, let me make sure. Sites, technically living creatures. It is debated. I guess this is just Reddit, but Reddit says that it's a debated thing of what makes something alive, but you could debate that, yes, parasites are not alive. But it's, you definitely have to stretch it. Even some guy was like, you probably read in your high school textbook that it required these things. You know what I mean? So some people do consider parasites living creatures, but I'm team get rid of them. They're just things put on the earth to harm us for no reason. That's an interesting take. Yeah. Well, that's what my high school book said. So blame my public education system. So yeah. But what's it called? What's going on? It's National Library Week. Remember how I was talking about how I feel like I should use the library more, but then I don't know what to do with the library? I found out through one of the homies I was hanging out with last night. The libraries out here in Arizona, they have these things called culture passes if you have a library card. And you can go, there's this really interesting cactus garden they have out here. So if you're ever I'm trying to go see some cactus, even though they're all over, it's Arizona. But if you want to see special cactus, there's a garden out here that you can go check that out. But it's $40 to get in. So it's mega expensive, right? But I found out if you have a library card, they'll give you a free pass to just go hang out there. So I was like, oh. So low key, yeah, shouts out to your local library, dude. It's library week. Maybe Google around your library's website to see if you can get any cool free stuff by just getting a library card. And this is, my brother went to a library last night. Last night. Studied yesterday. It's such a nice idea. See, that's what I was saying, Zaku. For some reason, we're at 2 hours and 20 minutes, and my brain, I can just feel it's starting to break down. And but yeah, it sounds amazing. Yeah, honestly, yeah, libraries are kind of underrated. Super underrated. And Jericho says, "Ooh, gotta get that handsome platinum partner, Jermaine." Well, JK. Yeah, Jermaine. That's a Jermaine back there. I used to have their name on their on the what's it called on the pot, but then we had to get a new pot because Jermaine got too big. So I probably should put another name tag on Jermaine. To buy one of those. Hello, my name is Jermaine. But like, hey, library cards are so useful. They're like a divine gift. No, for real though, they really are. Yeah, it's Jermaine. It's Jermaine. So yeah, pretty much you got it like that. But it's like Jermaine Jackson, Cherry Cola, if you're familiar, Michael Jackson's brother. Hey, Roses says, I'm realizing Jermaine's getting taller. Yeah, I was saying earlier, Roses, that I gotta like take the time to take a screenshot from every stream to just like time lapse Jermaine's growth. Because Jermaine's definitely like getting wild. Jermaine's like huge. Oh, got it. Yeah. But what else is going on? I guess yesterday was National Piñata Day. Do y'all have any funny piñata stories? I've had a couple piñatas growing up. Just because I grew up in like LA, even though my family isn't like of Latin descent, we still do piñatas every once in a while. Like on some certain birthdays. And piñatas are fun. I remember being frustrated as a kid, like, let me get the candy, like, you know what I mean? I remember one time it was my piñata and I was blindfolded and I remember I was like hitting it, but I wanted the candy on the inside. And one, I was already frustrated because I was like, what's happening? I don't understand. Everyone's laughing at me. This doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm being made fun of trying to hit this piñata. And then when I finally hit it open, I felt everyone like run and grab all the candy. And I was like, it's my birthday. Why don't I get the candy? You know what I mean? Like as a kid, it was my first piñata. I didn't understand like what was happening. I was like, this sucks. But as I've gotten older, I'm like, yo, you want a piñata for your birthday, dude? But my first time as a kid, I like just couldn't understand the logic. And Rosa says, I went to parties with piñatas, but don't remember anyone actually beating each other up. Yeah, I've seen that happen a couple times, like in like little memes. People like swing in and like the wrong person walks in at the wrong time. Those videos are funny. Yeah, they usually are. What do y'all, so here's another one. I don't know if this is like a thing in y'all's family, but does anyone have opinions on like when someone like, they get the cake and they like smash the kid's face into it to be like, haha, you know, enjoy your cake. Are we anti that? Because I've always thought it was fun. Like I was like, oh yeah, like, ha, you know what I mean? It's funny. And like, I don't know, like as long as their like face isn't dirty and you like, you know what I mean? I hate it. Yeah. Oh man, this is my hot take. That I thought it was pretty. I don't know. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, your family must love you. Yeah. But I've now. It was like I saw like a meme recently on Reddit, and all the comments were like, "This is the worst tradition of all time, ever invented, ever." And I was like, I thought it was okay. But yeah. But I feel y'all. No, you are. I mean, it does ruin the cake a little bit, you know what I mean? Because now it's like no one wants to eat cake with forehead in it, which is understandable. And it is dangerous because, you know, you could like do it too hard and it's like, damn, you smash that guy's face into a table. But I don't know. And Cherry Cola is like, some people actually bang their family's heads into it. Yeah. Yeah, I remember I had a coworker and he was like, why would you show me this? But it was a meme of like some family trying to do the cake thing, but the guy missed the cake entirely. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. But he missed the cake entirely and just went, oh, it just hit the table. And the guy was okay. He was perfectly fine. He was more confused at what just happened. But it was really funny. Yeah. But and that's where I think it's like valid, because like if you miss, like, oh man, that's not gonna feel good. But Roses says, witnessed one of my brothers deal with that when I was very little, and it never happened again. I hate it too. I feel it, Roses. Yeah, I don't know. I remember I was a kid. I think I remember. So it happened to me when I was a kid too. Again, I didn't. Like, it's just another thing. My family grew up in LA. But it happened to me as a kid, and I remember like I was maybe like, this is like really early. I was maybe like 3, and it happened. I remember like crying. Like, you're like, oh, like that was so scary. I don't know what just happened. But then I remember everyone being like, oh, it's fine. And I was like, it's kind of fun. I got cake on my face. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I remember like being upset the first time it happened to me as a kid. But then afterwards I was like, cake. You know what I mean? I don't know. So that's what, I don't know. Maybe I got lucky in my experience of it. So yeah. But Funkhouse says, depends how much fun everyone's having. Yeah, I feel that, yeah. Sky, welcome to the real world, kid. Just smacked it at the table. Rose is like, that's a really early memory. Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen anyone do it in a long time. Blake makes a great point. Make sure it's not ice cream cake so it's not a solid block of ice. Yeah, imagine. That would suck. But yeah. I don't know. And Cherry Cola, even some did that with the candle still in the cake. Yeah, so when it happened to me too, I think it's kind of like, when I see people do it with the candles, that's like really dangerous. Cause like, dude, like the candle could like get into an eye or your hair could catch on fire, you know what I mean? But I remember when it happened to me, I blew out the candles. Yay, it's all fun. They took all the candles out, and I was still sitting at the table, and then just my mom at the time was just like, bah! You know what I mean? So yeah. But that's like one of my earliest memories is like that happening to me. And Rosa says, one of these days I just want to take a giant bite out of my cake instead of blowing the candle just to reverse shock people. I say, why? It's your cake, Roses. It's your cake. I say go for it. Because if anyone has anything to say, it's like, hey, it's my cake. I'm an adult and I can do what I want with my cake. Just don't cut the part where I bit out of it. You know what I mean? As simple as that. In my opinion, I don't know. If I was at some party, I mean, I love cake, so maybe, I don't know, I still would be like, oh, it's their cake, you know what I mean? If, you know what I mean? And plus, we're all adults here. Like, if I want a cake, I'll just go to the store and buy a cake. You know what I mean? See what Dale feels me. Your day, your cake. You want to take a bite out of it? Go for it. But Cherry Cola says, especially hate the cake smashing. So I've never seen someone do the face in the cake for a quince. I feel like that would be kind of brutal because you're supposed to look like really nice. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole point. I'm not the whole point, but you're supposed to look very like, oh my God, I'm an adult now. So that one I'd kind of be like, okay, that's kind of like embarrassed. I don't know. That's different. But for like birthdays, birthdays are supposed to be, you're supposed to be the most chilling on that day, having fun. Blake, I'm definitely trying on my next birthday. Roses. I remember too. Now my Roses says I remember too. My brother was so mad. It's understandable. But yeah, I feel like the first time it happens, you're like, bro, what? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll get my karma. Maybe when I'll have a birthday where I'm like, actually, you know what? Someone smashed my cake in the face. My face into the cake as a 31-year-old man. You know what? Maybe I don't like this. Maybe I'll have to get my karma at some point. But I don't know. I always thought it was fun whenever I see it happen. I'm like, hey, I don't know. To me, it's like your family loves you. That's cool. You know what I mean? But Blake says, do you have a set schedule? Wait, I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. No, that's right. If Funkhauser says for on your day, your cake, hell yeah. I'm glad we agree on that. But Blake says, do you have a set schedule when you stream? I'm gonna head out to bed. Oh, dude, yeah, enjoy heading to bed. I hate to leave because it's so chill. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Thank you, Blake. We stream every Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific and every Tuesday 5 p.m. Pacific. So if that works for you, dude, like feel free to pull up. We usually stream for 3 hours too, so it's like a 3-hour window. So like 6 to 9 Pacific on Sundays and 5 to 8 on Tuesdays. And we're just packing orders, hanging out, telling stories, talking about cake in the face cake. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, thanks for asking, Blake. And have a nice night, dude. Thanks for stopping by. And oh, real quick, I'm jumping around because I want to say hi to everyone that just joined. But Lane, good to see you, dude. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by, seeing what's up. How you been, dude? It's been a little bit. It's awesome to hear from you. And last 20, boo. What's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. You almost scared me though, dude. Yeah. But what's it called? Rosa says true. Cherry Cola says they're gonna spend. Yeah, that's the thing for our quince. Like that, I agree with you. That'd be kind of crazy if someone were to do the cake thing on a quince, because like, you spend so much money on the makeup, especially. That's kind of wild. For weddings, yeah, weddings also is kind of wild. Yeah, if you spend all that money. I've only ever seen it done at birthdays though. But I guess someone, I don't know, someone could probably get too excited and kind of ruin the vibe, trying to like do the tradition at the wrong time. You know what I mean? I see where you're coming from. Yeah, I guess when I say I was mostly coming from like, it has to be a birthday. If there was any other reason, I'd kind of be like, okay, whoa, this was a birthday thing. What are you doing? I'm like, hey, whoa. It's not a birthday, man. Blake says, see you Tuesday, brother. Good night, everybody. Good night, Blake. Take it easy, dude. And Rosa says, I remember seeing videos of a kid wanting to slam their sibling's face in the cake, only for the parent to step in. So that was nice. Okay, sick, yeah. Yeah, if you're, I don't know, I feel like it has to be the parents that do it, or like an uncle with permission. You know what I mean? But of course, like the person can, you know, just say, I don't know. I think it should be an agreed upon thing amongst the family. It should just be like one person gets to do it because they feel like it. Now that I'm saying all this out loud, I think I see where y'all are coming from, because I feel like this could easily be miscommunicated, done in the wrong time, wrong, you know what I mean? Wrong place, wrong time type of thing. I see where y'all are coming from. Thank you, I appreciate it. So I was always like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know, now that I'm thinking about it more, I'm like, oh yeah, there's so much context that I had in my mind that was like already like, oh yeah, well obviously everyone's doing it at this exact time. After asking these people if it's okay, you know what I mean? But you know what? Maybe not. Y'all making a great point. But Lane says, been good, just hung out with my girl this week. Got 4 PS2 games. Oh yeah, I remember Black, dude. I know, yeah, dude, I remember all these games. San Andreas, of course, Metal Gear Solid 2 and Devil May Cry 3. Dude, I feel so bad. I want to play Devil May Cry 3 because they were the same people that made Bayonetta. I love Bayonetta. Because I love Bayonetta, I had a buddy of mine, like 2 Christmases ago, buy me Devil May Cry for the Xbox, and I still haven't had the time to play it. I feel so bad. He's always like, when are you gonna play it? And I was like, I don't know, man, I'm busy. So yeah, that's super sick though, dude. Let me know how Devil May Cry is whenever you finish it, dude, because I'd be stoked to hear your review. But yeah, Black is like a deep cut, dude. That's a deep cut. I haven't heard about that game in a minute. So they do a potential stream. I know, dude. I need to stream some games. I feel like it'd be a lot easier too, because then I don't have to like, you know, I can just talk about the game. You know what I mean? Rather than like having to just talk about whatever. But yeah, somebody, I don't know. Cindy started up Friday streams. I've been busy, but one of these days, I don't know. Maybe after Monster Shape 1's done, and let's see, keeping it real. Not even just, I know I'm rambling right now, but once the assistant gets kind of like sits in and like they really, you know, then they're really helping. I think I'll, you know, we'll see how much time I unlock. Because that would be sick. So that's really like what I'm trying to do, is unlock more time to do more stuff like this, rather than like having to sit around and like low-key do like admin work. You know what I mean? Or even if I, you know, had the time to like, I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say. Once you get more help, you can get more time to do other cool stuff. Because ideally, I'd be like working on music and streaming all the time. You know what I mean? So yeah. But Cherry Cola says, there was this one video that was this lady chasing a girl down to cake her. The girl obviously didn't want it. I think that lady fell into a pool. Oh, hey, that's karma for that lady, Cherry Cola. So yeah. But this is super random. But today is also National Velociraptor Awareness Day. So if you didn't know what a Velociraptor was, today's your day to learn about them. Just so random. But that's like one thing I've been wanting to do for a long time. I mean, Puppy Smooth was here earlier. But I think for a little bit I was thinking about starting like another alias, but it's kind of funny because I think I'm now gonna probably try to move everything under Groovy Kaiju at some point. Like, I don't know, I might even go through and keeping it real dead ass, go through and like add comma Groovy Kaiju to every Aviscerall song and just slowly try to like make it all under one page. So yeah, trying to get more organized on stuff like that. Anyways, Rose's awareness, that's odd. Exactly, Rose's. Oh, you know, who needs to be aware of them? But just yeah, I guess you got to know. It's good to know that they exist. They're not coming for you. They're not real. It's just like the dad with the anaconda thing. Velociraptors don't exist anymore. Just be aware. Anytime you see a Velociraptor, it's not real. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Yeah, just, I don't know. At some point, I'm gonna try to get everything in. Oh, I was gonna make a Vapor. That's what I was gonna say. Vapor Velociraptor. Yeah, I wanted to make another alias called the Vapor Velociraptor because I thought that'd be hella cool. Just because it's like Groovy Kaiju, but rather than being, I mean, because it's Vaporwave. But anyways, you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah. I'm so excited to eat food, dude. Keep it real. I'm so excited to eat food right now. Oh shit. No, I forgot to put the thing in there. Oh well. Wait, I like it, video? Yeah. But I don't know, I haven't thought of a good way to like use it. Because I was gonna make an alias, but yeah. I might just make like an album or something. Oh wait, no, I think what I was gonna do was you know I was doing all the slowed down versions of my songs video. I think I was gonna, call them the Vapor Velociraptor Volume 1 or something. And just like every time I find good songs to vaporwave, even though it's it's all, you know what I'm trying to say. So like my slowed and reverb little tape I'll probably call it the Vapor Velociraptor Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. You know what I mean? Because there's a bunch of those. Like that was what I was trying to lead into, was like a CD drop of like, hey, get the Vapor Velociraptor mixtape of all the slow down songs. Maybe make tapes, but probably just do CDs only, just because it's easier. But Funkaiser says, what's for dinner tonight? Oh, so what I normally do is I guess tonight what I'm doing is I have a bunch of leftover shredded chicken from an Instant Pot, and then I made a bunch of rice and corn, and I seasoned it all to be very like earthy and like a little spicy. And then what I'll do is I'll just get like a bunch of Japanese barbecue sauce and just mix it in until it starts tasting like a Donburi, and then I'm like, cool. So it's just rice, corn, and shredded chicken. Everything you need for, it's honestly kind of good. Like, would I like make it for a friend? Probably not, but it's perfect for just me chilling in here, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And, but thanks, my guys. And Smashburger's gonna be hella good though. Smashburger's gonna be super dank, dude. But Simply Dale says, I think you got it now. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it maybe next year, Simply Dale, and just do a small little like merch drop on them. Now I want to make another. So I'm debating if I want to do both of these next year, but I might, because I might be I'll sell them at the same time. I probably should do them at the same time. But I was thinking of making a Vapor Velociraptor and then Grooves Only. Now I want to make the instrumental mixtapes called Grooves Only, because I've been mixing instrumentals in my songs too. So I have like Vapor Velociraptor and Grooves Only. Or maybe I should just make one mega tape and just have it like, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll try to make it, make it special somehow. Make it fun and special. But I like Grooves Only because it's like, Groovy Kaiju, but it's like Groovy Kaiju without the kaiju, just the grooves. Kind of like an inside joke. And Rosa says, I was going to suggest using the name for a music making stream where you have a fake account to the potential engagement. But I remember there's a different suggestion. Oh yeah, I was going to call that the Dean Bad, because that was my dad's like, his whole like, he never had like cause, my dad was like he was running the streets, for lack of better words. And he had his own gang called the Dean Bad Crew or whatever or something. So I wanted to take on his name and make like an artist that was called Dean Bad. Kind of like to honor my dad, but also like, I thought it'd be cool. And that was going to be the one where I make like let's all make music together and see how far we can take it as like a, so you can see like the end-to-end process. But yeah, but that's the one you're talking about, Roses. I still want to do that too. Hey, AJ.
New merch order from AJ.
Thank you, AJ. If you're watching, let me know. I'll pack it right now. But yeah. And somebody else says mega tape with multiple sides. That's what I don't know. Yes, that's what I'm hoping I can do. Because I think I can fit 20 tracks on a CD with the CD makers I use. So I could try that. And low-key, the cassettes have been kind of slowing down. Like I think I mentioned already, but I think another thing I might have, you know, Kimberly. Oh wait, I can't. Let me ask her if I can say her name on stream next time. I'm gonna talk to her tomorrow. The assistant help with is I think I'm gonna do like a ridiculous tape sale because I don't know if you can see, but like this is like 200, 300 tapes. Because when I had the warehouse still, I gave them a bunch of tapes so they would, you know, like here's a whole year's worth of tapes, and now they're just sitting in here taking up a bunch of space, and it's kind of like unfortunate timing. But I've noticed tapes have been selling less. That or just I don't know. The way things have been going, like it's taking less time to get tape, so I might try to see if I can do like a mega tape bundle or something. Or I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to see if because some, vinyl's always gonna do good. I've noticed CDs are starting to do better and tapes are going down. If that makes sense, just in general. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So if anyone's still using tapes and you like tapes, I might have on my birthday in July. I might have a crazy deal for you. If you'll take some of these off my hand, off my desk, off of my fold-out table. But yeah. Sky says, I like the sound of that. Cool, awesome. Yeah, I'll probably just do like a ridiculous, like, get every tape for 20 bucks or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'll have to like run the numbers, but that's what I was thinking. Just because I want to like dump a bunch of them. I always feel bad though, like doing like mega discounts like that, because it's like, people be like, bro, like I don't know. I think anyone that's like, no one's gonna be like mad, like what? You ordered too many, and you're trying to, because I don't need the money to order the Monster Zero vinyl. I mean Monster 1 vinyl, low key. So it's like, oh, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think people understand. But we'll figure it out. Oh yeah. But it's also National Dance Week. That's pretty cool because I went dancing yesterday. It was National Kickball Day on Friday. Do y'all have any fun kickball stories? Kickball's kind of underrated, dude. Do y'all remember the Boondocks episode with kickball? That was so sick. They like made like a proper anime episode in the Boondocks with kickball. I've always liked kickball. I wish it was like a real sport. I'd go to like a kickball game at a stadium. That sounds a lot of fun. Oh, and then I guess it was International Bat Appreciation Day on Friday too. Didn't we have a stream where someone was like, yo, I woke up? No, we did. I think it was the last stream. I forgot who it was. I'm sorry if you're here right now and I forgot if it was you, but we were talking about our dreams and someone was like, yeah, I had a dream there was a bat inside my room where I was sleeping, and then I realized I wasn't dreaming. There was actually a bat inside my room. I was like, what? Oh yeah. Billy Dale remembers. Hell yeah. Dude, I'm glad you remember, because that was like honestly one of the craziest things. I was like, for real? You know what I mean? But Rosa says, oh, nice seeing people dance is so fun as someone who's shy to dance. Honestly, I was kind of shy to dance too, Roses. Low-key, Frank was the one that taught me to like just go out and dance. Shouts out to Frank for that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I feel like a lot of dancing is just like letting go of like the idea that people are watching you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If that helps at all, but yeah. It's a lot of fun. It's honestly a lot of fun. Like I noticed too that like sometimes the best dancers are people who just like do what their body is like, you know what I mean, just freestyling at the moment. Kim Roses says Lamau, my cows are bad. It was like the bat just reminded the day was coming up soon. Yeah, exactly. That was like, hey, it's my day to get a appreciate, right? And I've been to a bat cave once, pretty dope. Yeah, there's no way, dude. I'd freak out. I'm like, oh hell no, dude. They got bats in here. So Dale says you just got 2-step to warm up and then get into it. Yeah, I mean, all I do is 2-step. I just do my little like this. I'm just like this the whole time when I'm dancing. So yeah. But I love watching people in the dance circle though who can like, who go crazy. That's always super cool. Rosa says, yeah, just watching people bust a move anywhere is inspiring, honestly. Just people unapologetically having fun and putting moves together to show it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a super beautiful thing to watch. You all ever seen the Mac Miller Tiny Desk? Where he's like, music, it's a beautiful thing. You ever heard about music? It's such a beautiful thing. That's how I feel about talking about dancing. Dancing, it's a beautiful thing, man. But yo, Gavin, dude. It's going good, dude. Thanks for stopping by. How you doing? How's your Sunday? It's going all right. We'll probably stop streaming in like 10-ish minutes. Probably do a couple more orders. But it's going, it's going good, dude. Been hanging out. Went to a show the other night. We were talking about it. It was a good old time. Talking about it's International Bat Appreciation Day. So if you know like a vampire, like man, bat, dude, tell him what's up. And what's funny though is well, I forgot to mention too, when the other person before Days God went on, they played like a bunch of more like techno stuff like that. Dude, I was like, I feel like I'm gonna start, Blade's gonna come out pretty soon. Like, the vampire, the first scene of Blade where he's in like a techno show and like all the vampires come out, he gets to kill them all. I was like, dude, I'm about to get bitten, about to become a vampire. But Funkouser says, when's the next Groovy Kaiju show? Honestly, dude, I don't know. I think I might try to throw one in October. So one of the reasons I'm getting an assistant to help with Groovy Kaiju pretty soon. I think I did all the math and stuff and I figured out that like how I can run a show without risking like a ton of, like I'm very confident I wouldn't lose money on the show, at least break even. So because of that, I think hopefully in October I'll try to do one in out here in Phoenix. But we'll see. But that's what I'm soft thinking in my brain right now. I'll be there. Hey, for sure, dude. Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking like beginning of October. So like right as it starts to cool down. But like not too close to Halloween, so people aren't like trying to save money to like do Halloween shows instead. You know what I mean? But yeah. Also low key, because I know all the astrology stuff now, I might also try to like make sure the day is a good day in general. Like there's nothing weird going on. So low key, I used to try to like book my shows based on like, oh well, the data says this and that. And dude, I got just wrecked trying to use data to book shows. So now at this point, I'm like, I'd rather just let the stars decide, man, because I've tried doing it the scientific way and it did not go good. It did not go good, let me tell you. But I'm a terrible at data analysis. But anyways, Gavin says, just finished up a giant new job. Hey, dude. Well, yeah. Congrats to finishing the giant new job. I'm gonna order a vinyl from your next stream. Gotta get a store on vinyl. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much, Gavin. Yeah, I'm glad you told me that because, dude, we have 3 left. I know it says 4 at the bottom, but someone just bought one today. So we have 3 left. So yeah, they've only been selling like 1 a week. So I'm sure there'll be one for you. But yeah, dude, thanks so much for being down to grab one. And yeah, they came out. I mean, I'll show it to you. Have you seen the pictures already? I don't know. I'll show it off right now. I already got it. It's already right here. But do I have 3 left? Let me check. So I always try to keep a couple in case like it. Okay, technically I have no. Yeah, I only have 3 left. Okay, shit. But yeah, I don't know if you saw the picture already, dude, but they came out looking nice. And I'm not trying to like be weird and be like, whoa, but you know, we're streaming on Tuesday. But if you mean Sunday, that's fine too. You'll be fine. As long as within like the next 3 weeks, I think you'll be okay. But they're not coming out sick. I don't know if you can see. Probably can't see it that well, but you can't because the lighting is kind of like the little effect I have on the camera, but it's like a swirl. I don't know, can I make it closer? You see the little swirl effect? I don't know, they came out super good. But yeah, I'd be super stoked to sign this over to you and ship it to you. But again, no pressure, no rush. I'm super chilling, Gavin. But hell yeah, dude. Man, congrats on the giant new job, dude. I feel you on, you know, that's always like a thing to try to get that done. Yeah, I'm working on a giant new job too. I'm working on Monster 1, dude. Probably gonna do it before I go to bed today. Do more Monster 1 work before I go to bed today, I mean. Gavin says, that's sick. Yeah, thank you, dude. I'm glad you're stoked on it. But yeah, I know there's like an effect on the camera, but I'm telling you, dude, like you can see the pictures on my Instagram. It looks cool. I swear it looks cool. I was like surprised how good it came out. I was like, hell yeah. And Gavin said, you said you're streaming when next time? So Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. So yeah, Tuesday 5 p.m. Pacific, and then Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific. So every Tuesday, Sunday. So whichever one works for you. But yeah. And we stream for 3 hours. So I guess Tuesday 5 to 8, and then Sunday 6 to 9. 6 to 9. Yeah, I just realized. But anyways. I'm sorry. But yeah. And then otherwise, what else is going on? What else is super cool? What's going on? We'll probably talk about one more thing. I guess Thursday was Save the Elephants Day. Oh, and Gavin says, I got you on Sunday. I'm getting back from the job around Wednesday. Okay, hope they don't sell. No, I think you'll be fine, Gavin. I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. But, dude, yeah, have fun doing the job. And, you know, if you're going on a trip, have a fun trip, dude. But yeah, we'll be here Sunday, hanging out, chilling. In fact, yeah, actually Sunday I might end this, I mean, only a little bit early. But Sunday it'll still be 6 p.m. But I might leave like 30 minutes early because I'm gonna go to another jazz show. The like jazz show I went to last time, I'm going again, dude. That jazz show was so sick. And this time I'm pulling up with the homies too. It's gonna be a blast. But yeah, let's do one more order and then I think we'll call it. But yeah, it was Save the Elephant Day on Thursday. What's hella funny is my mom's favorite animal is elephants. So because of that, for like years, every Christmas and birthday, I'd always get my mom something elephant themed. After a while, she was like, Aaron, stop buying me so much elephant stuff. I was like, but you like elephants. She was like, there's other things that I like other than elephants. But Rosa says, a really good one because I learned a lot about what elephants go through. Yeah, they gotta go through a wild life. But it's kind of a bummer because they're so chill. Like, they don't deserve none of that, dude. Elephants just be chilling. Hanging out. Being cool. But yeah. Well, I have to put stickers. But yeah. Is there anything else? Will I put stuff in here? Let's see if there's one that's like actually worth bringing up. Hey, Cyrus, what's up? Good to see you. How you doing? I don't want to dox your real name, but we know each other from you're who I'm thinking of, right? Hang out all the time, go to the City Pop shows. Tyler, okay, yeah. What's up, dude? Good to see you. How you doing? How you doing? How you been? Did you posted my my music on your story the other day, right? Like you were I think you were out in Long Beach and you posted Splashdown on your story. Thank you so much, man. I saw it and I was like, hey, hell yeah. Hope you're doing good, dude. I'm thinking of the right Tyler. I'm pretty sure I am. Thank you for the great check. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for listening to it and posting it and stuff. How you been? I hope you're doing good. We're about to stop streaming right now. I'm sorry, but how you been? And Rosa says, yeah, elephants are so smart, empathetic to each other. I respect them. Yeah, no, for real. I always think of the, you ever see the live action Jungle Book movie by any chance? I always think of that where they were like, oh, the elephants are like the guardians of the jungle. They're like the neutral party at all times. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. Shuts out the elephants. But doing well. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, dude. That's what's up. Yeah, I miss y'all out there, dude. I miss y'all. Dun, 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 Ichi. And Roses, yes, I did. Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, honestly, it was. I remember the movie being like okay. I was like, the movie's all right, but I just remember, I don't know. Whenever I think of the elephants, I always think of that one scene. I'm like, yeah, protect the elephants. They're just trying to make sure the jungle is thriving. They got no beef with nobody. That and like, I love seeing videos of like elephant trainers when they like, you know, hang out with the baby elephants, and the baby elephants are always like, oh my god, I can't believe it's you. Like, they just, I don't know, they just look so stoked on everything. Apparently, if like an elephant charges at you, if you don't run, I don't know, this is probably horrible advice, but if an elephant starts charging you, if you don't move, like you just stand your ground, it'll like just like stop, get mad. Like, it doesn't actually want to hurt you, it just wants you to like leave. It's kind of crazy. So I'm like, dude, elephants are like gentle giants, dude. But I might be completely wrong. So if you ever see an elephant and it charges at you, please don't remember the stream and be like, well, Groovy said. But you know what I mean. If you actually go to the jungle, please look it up. But yeah, with that, I think we'll call it here because I have to go to the bathroom and I'm so hungry. And it's been about 3 hours. I can feel my brain starting to turn off. All right, let's say thank you to Maxfield for the support. Sign this CD, or sign the package. Yeah, I try to sign the packages when I can, if I have the time, just so they know, like, what's this random bowl mailer I got? You know what I mean? What could be in here? And Funkhauser says, let's have a Safari Jungle Groovy Kaiju show and find out. Dude, I'd be so down. That sounds like a blast. Just play Lion King remixes the whole time. Imagine. But yeah, Lion King house edit. But yeah. But with that, I think we'll call it here. I have to go to the bathroom. I'll eat some food. So I'll catch you around Simply Day. I'll catch you around Skyer, because you always beat me to saying bye to you. But this time I'm saying bye to you first, Skyer. So catch you around Skyer. Catch you around Roses. Catch you around Funkhauser. Catch you around Cyrus. Catch you around, there's somebody named Gavin if you're still watching. Catch you around, because the Instagram chat got kind of goofy this time, so now I'm like, catch you around Cherry Cola if you're still watching. Catch you around Last 20 if you're still watching. Catch you around Lane if you didn't fall asleep already. And yeah, and catch you around Blake if you're still watching. But yeah, see y'all on Tuesday. Like we were saying, Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific. Good night, have a nice night, and yeah, good night everybody, take care. I appreciate you so much for stopping by, and yeah, take it easy. Oh, we gotta take a thumbnail. Thumbnail. I always forget to make a funny one. I don't know what to do. I'll pick up the chair. We'll point the chair. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, tomorrow might be in a documentary. I think I'm in a documentary called Nobody Here. If you're what's it called? If you're watching the Nobody Here documentary, I'm in it tomorrow, and it's at 4:20. I think it's like British time. Oh, you can Google it. But there's a really sick vaporwave documentary coming out tomorrow. So yeah. Wait, let me see if I can point the chair at the camera. Stand over here. I don't know. I'll try to do something silly. But yeah, Nobody Here tomorrow. It's gonna be 6 p.m. Eastern, so 3 p.m. Pacific for the Nobody Here documentary. So I don't know. If you have a chance and you're trying to like watch something cool tomorrow, there's a live premiere of a vaporwave documentary. And yeah, it's called Nobody Here. It's premiering at 3 p.m. tomorrow Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna head out. And my bad, Emma, I'm leaving right now. Who does with the We the Vote project? I've heard about it before. I've heard about shows and stuff. So, but yeah, I'll catch y'all around. All right, I'm gonna head out for real. Okay, I'll take it easy. Peace. Stream ending.